Okay.
It looks pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of mutation or mutant or whatever that just recently came out as far as the camera angles and the writing different things.
Hmm.
Those kind of look like orcs reskinned to look like humans. Oh, that's
All
just a
right.
creepy thing.
So let me see here. Um, I need this. Okay. Don't need this open. All right. I guess we should do our really crappy intro that we've been doing so far. I was thinking if we're going to be based in the woodlands, maybe I should change it to Woodlands After Dark.
I'm fine with that.
I'm down.
I mean, we're going to be based out of there, but I mean, I imagine we're not going to be spending too much time out in there. I mean,
You're going to be
I
all
don't know
over
about
the
I don't know
place.
about y'all. I feel a little iffy about the hunting ground being in the same places where we're staying.
Well, I'll explain that later when the print stuff happens. Um, because you don't have to live in the area you're in charge of. Um, that's just the area that
Like
you've been.
politicians.
Yeah, it's the area you've been given dominion over, so you are free to feed there without anyone yelling at you, and you are you kind of set the rules in there as long as they also follow the rules of the masquerade and all that. All right, so um, I guess let's do these intros. Hello, internet world. This is Houston After Dark, possibly going to become the Woodlands After Dark. I'm Ron, the storyteller, bringing to you another vampire story. Somebody else go.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is that really how we're gonna do our intro? Like,
I don't know. We're probably going to pre-record something.
well, I'm just thinking that if it's Houston After Dark is the game, or if Woodlands After Dark, or whatever.
Integrated
But
dungeon
we're
management. Yeah.
right. We're integrated. Fuck. Integrated Dungeon Management is the name of the podcast or the YouTube channel, or whatever. So
Speaking of which, that is a lot of words. Now that I've been saying it for a little bit,
I just say it's well. Also on Twitch, I could only get integrated dice management. Um. So like, we don't have to even say the dungeon management. Usually, I say IDM in my head.
Hmm.
The IDM podcast.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of feel the IDM.
IDM role playing, IDM podcast. I don't know.
There you go.
Well, I mean, at least for an intro, it probably should be the extended version. Then any other reference should be IDM.
Yeah.
So, did you want to try that over? You saying the IDM or integrated dice management, or did you want to go ahead and just keep going?
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to. This is so bad. We suck at this.
We can just like do it
Welcome
like
to
what Ron
Integrated
said was
Dice
a pre-recording and just loop that in.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of y'all have listened to the Drunks and Dragons, or rather the Geekly.
Yeah.
Well, he starts off with "Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to another episode of Drunks and Dragons."
It's exactly how he does it.
Yeah.
What's up, nerds?
Yes.
What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Integrated Dice Management.
So, I mean, they don't do a pre-recorded and just roll.
Oh, I know they
every
don't.
time.
Because they always joke
on
and
the
stuff.
spot. You get funny things happen.
Yeah.
Like this random.
They've also been doing it for like 300 episodes. So.
Yeah.
Well, no, even when they started, they still did it just straight. Like they didn't do any record and then just use that over and over. They always did it in person.
I think we all need to work on like a script, just like a scripted thing that we say.
Yeah. Okay. We'll start over.
But
We'll try
scripted
this again, though.
takes the funny out.
Yeah, we'll try this again. All right. Hello, listeners of the internet. Welcome to Integrated Dice Management. And tonight we're going to be playing Houston After Dark, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play recording. First up, we have Frank.
Who are you? The Crypt Keeper?
I'm the silent, the quiet and mysterious storyteller of a vampire game right now.
No,
You know,
the Crypt Keeper, the guy from the TV series. That guy, yeah.
Yeah.
What was he?
The Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Tales of the Crypt Keeper.
The on-camera puppet host of Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, that's the guy. That's who he sounded like while you're going through that. Anyways, hi, I'm Frank.
Hell of an intro, buddy.
I try.
And Frank, who are you playing?
Oh, I don't remember. I am Cole Stone, your mild-mannered tech semi-genius / programmer turned what was my vampire class? La Sombra. Turned La Sombra vampire, 12th generation.
Oh, I should say someone else.
I'm done. That was it.
Okay, then we have Hayden.
Hey, my name's Hayden. I am playing Maxwell Cox, who is in what clan am I in? I don't even pronounce it. I'm dyslexic.
Banu Hakim.
Banu Hakim.
Also known as the Assamites.
I'll say Assamites.
I like Assamites for Maxwell Cox.
Maxwell Cox, the Assamite.
Just shorten it to the asses.
And then there's Bill.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Bill. I'm going to be playing Jeremiah, Jerry Wilson, health guru, and all-around great guy.
And those of you listening at home, the random clicking and stuff because Bill has terrible internet.
Yes. Bill, are you on that tablet yet?
I'm just working on getting the keyboard because I can't log into stuff without it.
Right. And last but not least,
I offered you a wireless keyboard that you could take with you until you got one.
I know, but some stuff came up, and I didn't want to ask. You've already done so much for me. Damn it!
It's Hayden.
Jaden's getting shit on.
Jaden.
I felt bad.
Hi, I keep getting interrupted. I am Wesley Isaac, CEO of Isaac Genetics. My wife has an LX570.
That's the most important part.
That is the most important part.
All right.
Fucking mint.
All right. So before we get into the game, I wanted y'all to. I was gonna go over some stuff on the character sheet. Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen.
Maxwell's on a leaf.
How do I just share everything? Houston After Dark Roll 20. Can y'all see, if you look at my screen, can you see the character sheet I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I just wanted to go over some character sheet stuff real quick. You guys have been mostly looking at the first page, which has all your various stats. Down here, there's 4 different kind of roles.
Hold on, I'm not.
You have to go to his live.
Yeah, you go to my live stream or whatever. I'm streaming live while recording live what I'm streaming live.
Well, we're not streaming live.
You're right. But I'm recording live what I'm live streaming to you guys. Okay. So at the bottom, there's like some special rules that you're going to do. Frenzies are when you're about to go crazy. Remorse is when you do something bad. I don't remember what you actually use a humanity roll for. And then rouse is what you use anytime you're going to activate something related to the blood. Anyway, what I was going to go over is the second tab up here. No, the third tab. The third tab.
For those listening along at home, you can't see
Blood.
this, so just make believe in your head.
So the third tab is blood and experience. And it's got some stuff. So everyone except Hayden has blood potency 1 dot, which gives you these different abilities down here. So blood surge is when you do a rouse check, and then it allows you to add 2 points to your dice pool for a single roll, basically. It can, so basically your vampiric blood boosts any one of your stats, 2 points for that roll. Mend amount, this is how much you can heal per rouse check. Whenever you fail a rouse check, the thing you're doing still works. It just means you get hungrier. So basically, you can heal 1 point of damage per check. No power bonuses. If you have to do a rouse check when you're using one of your disciplines, you can roll 2 dice instead of 1 for a level 1 discipline. You have no feeding penalties, and Bane severity is your particular vampiric curse. For instance, Frank's Cole's curse as a La Sombra is that technology sucks for him, and so anytime he tries to use something technological, he has to roll against a difficulty of 2, otherwise it's going to malfunction. Also, I've been giving you guys experience points every time we play, so you get 2 points per session. Normally it's 1 point per session, but that's way too slow for my liking. I think
Agreed.
that's now Hayden over here. Maxwell, because of his predator type, he's blood potency 2, so his stuff is a little bit different. Mostly the same, but he also gets power bonus. Oh, he can heal more, and he gets power bonus. But if you notice, he has a feeding penalty. If he feeds from an animal or a blood bag, it only gives him half. So he's slightly more powerful in some ways, but has a penalty in another way. At blood potency 2, honestly, unless you are a bagger or an animal drinker, it's not really that big a deal. So I just wanted to show you all that. So that tells you, like, those are your kind of special powers you can do as a vampire. Your generic powers, I guess you would say. All right.
Gotta love being generic.
Yeah. Let me stop this streaming. How do I stop it? Screen. Stop. All right. My camera must suck or something. It's always showing me like frozen. And then for 2 of y'all, it's just loading. Now for me, it's loading also. Whatever. Our videos, honestly, the video in this is not going to be very good because not all of us are even using video. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to go over that because that's like a last little bit of like character creation type stuff. Let's see here. So let's begin. Each of you during the last session were kind of left, well, with the exception of Wesley, you were kind of left by your sires to basically go to sleep for the day. Wesley, I'll describe what happened with you in a minute. But after your sires left, after a little while, morning came upon you. The sun rose, and each of you found yourself unable to stay awake for more than even a few minutes, if you even tried. For Cole, there was a cot to lie down on, not that his body cared where he slept anymore. He would not wake sore or stiff like he might in his mortal life. For Jerry, there was the medical bed he originally found himself strapped down to. Wesley was moved to a secure location before dawn. forced to leave his wife behind, whose memory of the night had been erased by another vampire whose name Wesley had not been privy to learn. And Max was left to sleep in his dungeon. You each fell into a dreamless, deep sleep. Any who came upon you like this would find only a lifeless corpse. Little, if anything, could rouse you until the sun went down. Sunset comes, and your eyes snap open. There's no grogginess. There's no stretching out stiff joints and muscles. Instantly, you're awake, as if you'd never been asleep, and another night has begun. Um, so you guys are in the same place you went to bed. None of you wake up anywhere different. I guess Wesley, you are in what looks like a basement. It's got like a couch and a TV. Um, and so you're in a basement basically somewhere. But you remember being brought there. It's not like it's a mystery. Basically, what was your guy's name? David, the man who turned you, brought you to his haven, um, and he has a very rare thing in Houston, a basement. Um, his haven is, which one is his? Oh, his haven is in Spring. So he lives in Spring in a neighborhood with there's a pond in it, spider webs on the eaves all the time. Uh, Lakes of Cypress Forest is the name of the neighborhood. It's a not a large house, just a small house, but it's a nice little neighborhood. Um, I wish I had written more down. I've been so busy the past few days. Okay, so uh, another night has begun. Today is the first day of the new year, January 1st, 2020. Top stories for today. First day of the new year, New Year's Day. 82nd Airborne Division preparing for deployment amid unrest in Baghdad. Militia leader who led raid on U.S. Embassy, now a White House visitor. Stocks post best annual gain in 6 years with S&P 500 surging more than 28%. And Michelle Obama beats Melania Trump as most admired woman of 2019. Trending on Twitter, hashtag Rose Parade, welcome to 2020, hashtag Citrus Bowl, hashtag the Roaring Twenties, David Stern, and goodbye 2019. All reports forecast a great year for 2020. You know, if y'all took your time to look on Twitter on your cell phones. Each of you wake pretty hungry. Let me check what your hungers are. We'll start with Jerry. So Jerry, you only have 2 hunger, so you're kind of it's nagging at you, but you can control it. You're hungrier than you were last night, though. Last night you were given a. No, I don't think you were. I don't remember. I don't think you were given any blood. Um, what does Jerry do when he wakes up? Hello, can anyone hear me? Have I been just talking? Let me disconnect and see what happens. Can y'all hear me? Why can't I hear anything? Oh no, gotta love having audio problems. What's happening? Voice and video. That all looks right. Nothing's muted. Hello? 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 Hmm. Yay, gotta love when recording is so bad. How much have I been talking that didn't get recorded? I need some mead.
Actually, have you noticed that Masterline's a lot more liquidy than Talstar?
I've noticed.
Hello?
Hey,
All right, finally. I don't know what happened there. So, how long?
Is Craig still recording?
It says he is.
Okay.
Yeah, it says he's in
Yeah.
there.
Um, yeah, he's not affected by me popping in and out.
what the fuck are you doing?
Gotcha.
I'm spraying him
And,
because he's being
we heard
annoying.
you all the way up to when you randomly dropped out for no reason.
What was the last thing I said?
What was he doing in the
Yeah,
basement?
you were asking me how I felt.
Oh,
You
okay.
teed up Jerry.
So y'all heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill
Well,
was just slow to respond.
Yeah, that's my bad.
well, I stopped hearing anything from any of y'all, so it was weird.
But to answer your question, Jerry wakes up groggy, holding his head. It's like, I haven't
He's
felt
not
like I
groggy.
was drinking.
No. You wake up feeling perfectly alert. Vampires don't
Oh.
get groggy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
My apologies. I misheard then. Uh, I guess honestly, I probably just shoot straight up, like surprised at how energetic I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always feel I always get up and stuff, but it's always with a bit of soreness or that waking up period. But no, if I just shoot straight up, like whoa, that's weird. And then I go back to that pile of books that one lady left for me, and I keep reading where I left off.
Oh, okay. So all of you can look at this if you want, but if you look over in the things like where your character sheet and stuff is, there should be a folder called Notes for Players, and there's one for each of you.
Where is that?
It should be in the journal tab. Basically, I gave you all the same information, but from the point of views of your sire. It's a bunch of lore. You can read it, in your like. You don't have to read it all right now, but it's basically kind of the basics of vampire society, but
Oh,
from
I
the
found
point
it.
of view of the person who's teaching you about it. So, Bill, I am going to read some of these things. So, um,
All right.
so I'll read for yours. I'll read basic vampire powers. So you notice that the information you were given, and Jerry is the only one who got a stack of papers about this. Everyone else, this is going to happen with y'all verbally, um, but he's got the Doctor Vampire. So, um, basic vampire powers. As a kindred, there are several abilities that all of our kind possess, regardless of clan. They are listed below. Healing. All vampires can heal their own wounds more rapidly than humans, depending on the potency of their blood. Superficial wounds can be healed in minutes, though more aggravated wounds may take a few days. Limbs can even be regrown in this manner. Blood Surge. Again, the strength of this is dependent upon the potency of an individual's blood, but a vampire can enhance their physical, cognitive, and even social abilities for a short period of time by channeling the power in their vitae. Or vitae, I don't know how to say that. Vitae is what you call blood once it's in a vampire. Blood potency. Depending on their age and generation, our base power is determined by how potent our blood is. Blood becomes more potent with age, and its base potency is dependent upon the vampire's generation. Generation. If you believe the myth, our generation is how many vampires we are removed from the first vampire, said to be Cain from the Bible. Regardless of whether Cain was the first, the differences between the generations are evident and can be tested. I am considered to be of the 11th generation, which means that you are of the 12th generation. Blush of life. By channeling the power in your blood, you can appear to be living. You can even eat or drink temporarily, though you will expel the food or drink within an hour. The experience is unpleasant. And that's what she's got on basic vampire powers. So as you're reading through the books, eventually the door opens and Imogen, your sire, enters the room and says, "Did you sleep well?" That's you. That's you, Bill.
Come on, load. I'm so sorry. For whatever reason, my phone is taking like a minute to come back onto voice. Anyway, quite informative. Just one thing I had to ask: are you insane?
Am I insane? What do you mean?
I woke up on an operating table, strapped to it, with you just telling me I'm a vampire. And obviously I'm going with it because I don't want you wearing me. And I go to sleep at the crack of dawn, exhausted, wake up better than I've ever felt since I was a child. And just reading all this paperwork about vampires. What the hell?
Okay. Make a let's see, wits plus insight roll.
Oh shit, I pissed her off. Let's see, insight. Here you go. Wits.
4 successes. All right, let's see. She's gonna do a. Trying to decide what this would be. We'll do this. I'm still getting used to these what do you call it? The way that the skill checks work. Oh my god, it would be a messy critical.
Yeah, I don't think it matters with something like messy critical.
Okay, well, she her expression goes dark, and she says, "Well, we're all a little bit insane." And then, in a speed she's never displayed before, she crosses the room, before quicker than you can react. She's got a scalpel in her uh, hand. Yeah, that's the word I need. Hand, and she slashes it across your throat.
Oh my gosh.
It kind of hurts, but honestly not that bad. And I'm sure I'm sure you're gonna have a reaction to this, but one thing you notice is you're not dying. Let me do screen share again so I can show y'all damage real quick. Screen share. Roll 20. Go live. Alright, so if y'all want to look at my screen again, I'm looking at Jerry's page.
Oh, wait. Go.
Alright, So whenever you take damage, almost all damage you get, except for fire, sunlight, and some magical things, are going to be what's called superficial damage. So you mark that by clicking on your health box once, and it turns it into a slash. If you click it again, it turns into an X, and that's considered aggravated damage. Click it again, and it goes away completely. But that would be if you wouldn't use that. Um, so you are going to take 2 superficial damage, but vampires take half damage from superficial damage. So you're only going to take 1 superficial damage from being slashed across the neck. Um, you're bleeding, but you're bleeding slowly. Uh, it's not, your blood isn't being like pumped vigorously out. It more kind of trickles out whenever you move and stuff like that. And more importantly, you're not dying from this. What's so go ahead and react. She just in a flash crossed the room, slit your throat, you're bleeding, and all that, but you're fine. Bill, you
Bill's
there?
dead.
Is he dead? Did Bill die?
I guess he died. I guess he wasn't actually a vampire yet.
Oh, damn it. give Bill a chance here.
Oh,
Okay.
there he
No,
goes.
he really is dead.
We lost another one. Oh, Bill. Right in the action. I wonder if he even heard what happened to him.
He said his internet just crashed.
Of course it just crashed. Well, I guess we will come back to that. Let's see here. Next person I was going to do is Wesley. Just giving Bill a second to see if he comes back. Wesley, why are you hurt? Oh yeah, you were punched. That's right.
I got punched extremely hard in the face.
If I remember right, I think you heal that. Let me double check healing. I think when you sleep, superficial damage heals, but I'm not 100% sure. I can look this up while we wait on Bill to see if he's going to make it back. Conflicts healing. At the beginning of the session, mortals, vampires can remove superficial damage levels from their health tracker by rousing the blood each turn. At the beginning of the session. We'll just say those are healed for now.
Bet.
You've had time to heal them, so turn them back into red boxes. All right, well, okay, so you wake up in a basement. You remember being here just like with Jerry. You woke up instantly without any. He can't hear or see us. Is he back online? No, he's not even online. Wait.
No, he said he's.
Can you hear us now? Maybe something weird's going on with Discord. It sounds like it's the same thing that happened to me. Well, now he's muted.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yep, you're back. Can you hear us?
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So your throat was slit. You took one superficial damage from that. Um, what was the last thing I said? I think she said. Oh no, I just asked for your reaction.
Oh, I do like this delay, like this. Basically, I act like
You are so
if someone
breaking
just
up.
came up and did that, and you realize they did that. Like I fall on my knees, I start grasping my throat,
She just
and then
calmly.
I notice.
Yeah, she calmly watches as you do that, waiting for you to calm down.
Then I kind of come to the realization that I'm. Yeah. Then I kind of come to the realization that I'm not dying,
She
and I look back up at her.
she offers you a mirror so you can see the gash in your throat. Do you believe me now?
I grab the mirror and I grab the mirror and I look at it and I again notice not dying. I'm gonna look back up and I'm just gonna say, yeah, yeah,
It's hard to
I
talk.
think I'm starting to get it.
It's hard to talk. Your throat is slashed.
Oh.
We've been smoking cigarettes for
She
40 years.
she frowns and then said, "Oh, oh, that won't do. All right, first lesson. Uh, I want you to close your eyes and focus on that wound, and imagine that wound closing up. Uh, imagine the blood inside you knitting the wound together. Um, you can kind of describe how you want this to happen, but first, I need you to roll at the bottom of your character sheet. Click the button that says Rouse. Okay, so
Oh.
you gain a hunger. So click yourself up to hunger 3.
Am I still at hunger 3 or did it go back down?
You're at
Or is it
you're
still
you're at the hunger that I set you guys at a certain hunger before everyone hopped on.
okay?
But
Okay.
Bill just got hungrier, and you feel that, Bill. Your blood does knit your throat does knit back together. You heal that superficial damage, but you get hungrier doing it.
All right, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna be like, okay, Chief, I understand. I'm following your instruction. God damn, I need something to eat first. I'm dying over here.
Oh, yes. Well, that was going to be the first lesson for tonight, but yes, come with me. And she leads you over to the door, um, which last night the big burly guy was standing outside. Let me show y'all him. I created him a character sheet. Where is he at? That was
Why do I just want him to look like Chef Rush?
like who? This is him.
Big boy.
He's the White House. He's the White House chef, Chef Rush.
Nope, he's this big dude. Um, he says, "Everything okay, Miss Kopish?" And she nods at him and just kind of ignores him and walks by. He falls into the step. Well, are you following her, Bill?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and follow her.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shut up at this point and just kind of
Yeah.
roll with it.
So she leads you into another room. Um, in that room, she leads you down a little hallway and then enters another room. This hallway, it's got fluorescent lights. It's obviously it's late at night, but in the room you see a little what would you call this? I don't know what you call a room for a patient who's staying overnight, but yeah, a room for a patient in a medical in a hospital or whatever that's staying overnight. And there's an old man sleeping on the bed. Um, and she says, "This man came in to see me. He's been having some issues, but his blood will do. Um, don't worry, you won't hurt him as long as you don't take too much." And she motions for you to come over.
Okay, I walk over. I look down at the guy. Then I'm gonna look back at her. Then I'm just gonna ask, "Fuck, is he organic?"
Organic. uh, well, he does. No, he's got a sedative running through his veins at the moment, and also some other medications.
Oh, wonderful. Hey. All right. What exactly do I do?
All right.
Do I
So if you
bite him or
so if you focus on it, you'll realize that you've got an instinct for it as you lean down and Bill, you are quite hungry, so probably your fangs, the moment you think about drinking, are gonna pop out. You probably don't even have to try to make it happen. Uh, and she says, your
oh
body
shit.
will know what to do. Eventually, you'll learn to do it on your own, but your body will know what to do. Just lean over and pick a spot and take a drink. It won't hurt him.
Okay, then I guess I grab his I guess I grab his arm, I guess.
And so
Go for that artery that they poke you whenever you donate plasma or blood.
And so as you go for that, she says, "Wait, stop." Do you stop?
Sure.
You should roll a hungry meter.
What?
God, I'm getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
I'm seeing if he wants to stop.
Oh. I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, I do have 3 hunger. Can I stop?
You can say you want to, and then I can make you roll. God, I gotta figure out what the hell you roll for that real quick.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's roll hunger.
yeah, I'm kind of like a super humanitarian, so.
Yeah. So, you want to stop, but will the beast let you? I believe you just roll your willpower.
Alrighty, that is.
We'll do willpower for the moment, but I gotta figure out what it actually is. I mean, willpower sounds right.
Alright.
1 success. Wow. Well,
Oh!
1 success. We'll say for now, 1 success is enough, just because I don't know. God, there's so many rules to this game that make it seem like a simpler system, but it's not. Let me double check what to roll. I'll Google it quick.
I also didn't include any modifiers. Was I supposed to throw minuses in there for my hunger?
I don't know. Let me see. How to roll to resist. I mean, it might just be that frenzy button.
Yeah.
But I want to double check. As a critical, bestial failure, compulsions, hunger. Paranoia. Rousing blood, slaking hunger. It was probably a frenzy check, but I feel like it's just a willpower check. Like that's what frenzy is. Frenzy. Okay. Where does it say? Awakening during the day. Maybe it's the humanity roll? No, it's awakening during the day. Frenzy. Here it is. To resist frenzy, the vampire rolls willpower against a difficulty set by the storyteller based on the level of provocation. Vampires add dice equal to 1/3 of their humanity, rounded down to their willpower pool to resist frenzy. Okay, so probably that frenzy roll would have gotten you more successes, but I'm going to say for this purpose, since he's not bleeding and it's not your ideal, I mean, technically you don't know what your ideal, you're hunting, you don't know your predator type yet because literally you haven't done it before, but you do feel like this feels wrong to you. So yeah, one success I'm going to say is enough. But she stops you, and you the beast inside you feel your hunger well up for a moment, but you do stop. And she says, this no, this isn't right. I need to teach you how to properly hunt before you start, so you don't get used to feeding off of easy prey. I really, I hate doing this, but come, we'll go find something more appropriate. And she waves for you to follow. Um, what did I name that guy? Dustin, but no, Jones. Bring the car around, and the bodyguard nods, and he kind of goes ahead and runs outside. Um, and when y'all get outside, it's nighttime. Um, you find yourself at a medical, like a small medical center. Um, it's closed. Uh, Probably doesn't usually keep patients overnight. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Let me see if there's any identifying features. You are on. Um, you notice the street sign at the corner. You're on the corner of Bammel and TC Jester. Uh, I don't know if your character would know where that is. Yeah, I don't know if your character would know where that is, but that's out in Spring. Um, and you guys get in the car, and we're going to move over to Jaden's scene. So, Jaden, you wake up, or sorry, what the heck is his name?
Isaac.
Wesley, you wake up in the basement where David left you. David is already downstairs waiting for you to wake up. So he'll be in the room when you wake up. Okay. I need to pour more.
In the basement?
Yeah. He's in there with you.
Okay.
But he's already awake.
So I kind of want it to be like a Superman scenario, but I want to okay, so I pop up.
Yeah.
And it's in like an instant. I have to do like a double take on the amount of time it took me to get out of bed. It was almost like it was just like a flash and I was up. And then I want it to be like the next day where it's like how Superman first gets on Earth and he's like starting to hear like more and like see a little bit better or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of confused a little bit. Like I was like, man, this was real. And then I looked at the guy and I'm like, what? That's all I say.
You remember what happened last night?
I do actually quite well. It's interesting.
All right. Well, I just got a text message. Your wife's fine. She's sleeping off a hangover right now. Or wait, it is night. It's been like 12 hours. Hell, she was partying all night long. Yeah, she's still sleeping off a hangover. But so we don't have to worry about that right now. And yeah, so I've got some stuff we've got to do, so I can get you ready to meet up with the prince. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and explain that to you real quick. So the prince, he's part of this thing. Basically, he's the ruler of the city here, and he's part of this thing called the Camarilla. And the first thing you need to know about the Camarilla, fuck the Camarilla. Goddamn Cammy bastards. are why you and I are here. Fucking Prince Augustus Chapman Allen. Better say his full fucking name. He's picky like that, except when he isn't. Man's a fucking psycho, Malkavian. They're a clan of psychos. Anyway, I don't roll with the Camarilla unless I have to. And the Prince, well, he's top dog in the city. My advice, avoid him and any of the Cam, unless you want to get sucked into a bunch of talk with kindred way older than you and way more fucking insane. It's all conniving and backstabbing, rules and etiquette. Fucking hate it. Anyway, the Camarilla is an old organization, and here in Houston, they're the ruling class, at least for now. The Prince's word is law, and he's got enforcers to make sure we carry it out. That's why I turned you. It was that, or get my ass handed to me and left out in the sun. That's your lore on
Oh.
the Camarilla. I wanted to read his. Yeah, so anyway, basically I got to show you the ropes so that you can be presented to the prince in all his glory this weekend. Probably the most important thing, and I bet you're feeling it right now, is finding something to eat. And you're at Hunger 3, so
Yeah.
you're pretty damn hungry.
I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't want to interrupt you. You seemed like you were kind of going off on these guys. So
Yeah, God, I hate their asses. You know what?
well, I'll be
You
happy to
know
meet them.
who's you know they never mind.
No, tell me what about them?
Oh, they sided with the, I guess it would be, they sided with the South back in the war.
Interesting.
Oh, that was the Civil War.
Ah, okay.
Wait, which side?
The South.
The South.
No, the
This is
Camry.
This is a black guy, so he
The
doesn't want
Camaro.
that. They wanted to keep them slaves. Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Seems that still the same to this day with these vampire stuff. Am I right? I mean, from what I've heard.
yeah, we're all basically slaves to the ones who are older than us, and they're so goddamn powerful. There's not much we can do about it. You just try to keep your head down and live your own life. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd find a way to bring them down, but well, we just don't have the manpower for that, and that's
Well, what kind of manpower we think we need for this kind of stuff? Like I have a lot of money, like not a lot, but I know Seth Rogen.
Damn. Well,
what can I say?
These guys, they've been around for a long time. There's a lot of old money in the Camarilla. Anyway, you're probably fucking hungry. I know I am too.
Yes.
So let's go get something to eat. And he takes you out to his car. It's just a let me see if I wrote down what he actually drives.
Is Chipotle still open?
It probably is, but I got something better than that.
Interesting.
He just drives, I don't know, generic sports car.
He's gonna drive a Buick. I could see him driving a Buick.
Okay.
Yeah, like a Buick, like Encore.
He drives a Buick Encore. Okay. Let me add that. I don't even know what that is.
It's a family SUV.
How do you spell Buick?
But it's a Buick, so it's kind of like a black guy car.
How do you
Not to be racist, but
God, how do you spell Buick?
Buick.
Buick Encore. Sure, he drives that. What is his drive skill? And let's see how this drive goes.
A small compact car. Discreet. It's probably all blacked out. Tinted.
All right, y'all get to where he's taking you in one piece. So he
safely.
He starts driving you into Houston. You guys are coming from, where does he live? Y'all are coming from
the Lake Cypress something.
Lakes of Cypress Forest. So it takes you a little bit. He's driving you deep into Houston. He's like, I figure for your first time, we should go to well, actually, we're gonna go meet up with a friend, um, and we'll all get some food together. And he's driving you into Houston. It probably takes like 45 minutes to where you're going. Um,
He takes the
you're
back roads.
you're from Houston. Well, y'all, are you from? Yeah, you probably know Houston. Uh,
I know Houston pretty well. I probably own a like a tower somewhere.
yeah, so he's taking you into some pretty shady looking area, like
Mm.
the um, like Fifth Ward or Third Ward or whichever one of those wards
Am I
it
still in
is.
my suit?
Yeah, you're still in your suit.
Okay.
And
Take me over to the Bloody Nickel. Damn.
yeah, we're gonna pause you because you are meeting up with someone. So we're gonna go and swap
Okay.
over to the next person. Um, Max, you wake up in the dungeon.
Oh hell
Uh,
yeah.
you've got, you've got the. I think she gave you your outfit back last night. Um, but yeah, what do you do when you wake up?
Door still locked, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's not much
Actually,
for
no,
me to
no, the
do.
door's not unlocked anymore. Like, if you go and check the
Oh.
door, it's open.
I open the door and I take a quick look around and see what's going on.
The door is it's kind of a short hallway. Then there's a ladder
Okay,
going
I
up to like
guess I'll
I
go to the
guess I guess
bottom
a
of the
trap
ladder and
door.
look up.
You see,
Oh,
well, all you see really is darkness, but you can kind of make out the outline of a trap door type situation up there. I'm checking your powers
okay.
real quick. Yeah, you don't. Well, no, you've got you. Do you want
Yeah,
to
so
see?
what
Do
I
you try to see in the dark?
what I want to do first is, are the chains still there?
The chains, yeah, they're still down there.
Okay. I want to get one of the strands, like at least like a foot and a half of the chain,
Hmm.
and I want to use my blood to acid cut through that, and I'll
Nice,
keep that on me.
nice. All right. I believe you probably have to make a rouse check. Let's check corrosive blood real
Okay.
quick. Corrosive blood is not coming up. It should. Blood source corrosive. There. Wait. Oh, it's corrosive vitae. Yes, it requires a rouse check. And you have to self-inflict a wound, but that doesn't require any checks. Just so
So I gain a
you
hunger and
do
I
get hungrier. What are you at now?
3.
3. All right, so yeah, but the
Yeah.
blood, the blood turns to acid and it works.
Okay.
And yeah, you melt through
Um,
that chain.
okay, so I grabbed the chain and I imagine I was wearing like business casual with a blazer on, so I
Okay.
put like the chain kind of like around my waist, I guess.
Right.
Or like on my back essentially.
Right.
And I try to climb up the ladder, I guess.
Okay.
I still have my grate, by the way, the grate from the drain.
Oh yeah. So you climb up the ladder.
Everybody
Um,
needs a great.
yeah. The uh, the trap door is open. Well, it's unlocked.
I
So
look around, what do I see?
when you pop your head through the trap door, you see kind of a large warehouse. Uh, you quickly spot Tiv over sitting on just like a randomly placed couch in the middle of the warehouse, and there's a TV, and she's just kind of sitting there watching TV. She glances over at you.
Oh,
She's
damn, she saw me.
yeah. Well, you didn't say you were being stealthy.
No, that's true, I
Plus,
guess.
she was kind
Yeah,
of
I'll
waiting. She was
be sure
waiting
to
on you.
declare it.
She was.
Okay,
It's kind of hard to stealthily open a trapdoor when someone knows where it is and is waiting on it. Um,
granted.
Yeah,
Granted.
the lights are on in here, so yeah. Um, says evening, sleepyhead.
Uh, yeah. So what's the plan?
Well, the plan is I gotta teach you how to be a vampire so that you can be set off your leash.
Yes. This, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this fact that I'm a vampire now.
Yeah.
How
So turned
how
on.
did you how did you overcome this? Like
Well,
what was your first action?
uh, my first action. Well,
Or like what'd you do?
hold on. Let me. Honestly, I was recruited. Um, so I'm 148 years old, just so you know. uh, and I'm from a little island in Indonesia called Sumatra. Uh, and basically, I grew up during this big war on the island, and I was embraced by this Dutch guy, um, and he he kind of basically my life up until that point kind of sucked. I was always in fear of my life, and then he recruited me and told me he could give me a better life. And well, I wouldn't necessarily say it was better, but I definitely was given the ability to punish the people who made my life so bad. And that's kind of the first thing I did. And since then, I've been just basically dealing justice to whoever needs it.
Interesting.
Now you got a raw deal. Normally, we recruit really carefully, um, and it's not this surprise business. But unfortunately, it was kind of I had no choice. It was either do it or die type of scenario.
So was I handpicked or you just like took a quick
Well,
look at the crowd and said, "Ah, that's the bitch right there."
well, you weren't handpicked by me, but yeah, you were handpicked, I guess. I
Interesting.
honestly, I don't know anything about you other than what I could find on Google.
Yeah, so not much.
Not much. Um,
Oh, well,
I guess I need to figure out which one of these makes sense to read from her point of view.
I think if you were to start out now, talking about
I'm not going to
either
read
the traditions,
the big clan one, but yeah, yeah, we can talk about some of
yeah,
the
either
traditions.
traditions,
Yeah,
or how she can just go off about the Sabbath, because like the Sabbath's kind of like our whole deal.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, sure, we'll talk about them. Yeah, so basically, you know, I spent probably the better part of a century fighting against our clan's enemy. Once I realized there were worse things in the world than people. Uh, Basically, other vampires. They're called the Sabbat, and they're the ancient enemy of our clan. They're true monsters. Most of the time, we deal out justice and judgment among the rest of the kindred, and sometimes to humans too. And we try to be fair about it and make sure they deserve it. But there is no need to dig into the innocence of the Sabbat. They're all servants of their beasts. They commit atrocities wherever they go against kindred and kind alike, and they're trying to bring about the end times. So that's not good for anyone. That's kind of my deal. And you know, you don't have to do the same things I do. Uh, I'm definitely uh, my I would be considered a Justicar. I'm sort of the strong arm of the clan, but I really don't know where you're gonna fit in. But we're not all sword and daggers like me. Some of us act as more judges rather than executioners.
Mm. Okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, I guess. Sorry, I just have to take all this in.
Oh, I understand.
Um. Gonna be a bit, but what you watching?
She glances at the TV and it's just like some random um what CW drama, whatever is currently whatever was playing during 2020. I have no fucking idea. She flicks off the TV. Um, honestly, I'm ready to get to your lessons. The sooner we get this over with, the better. And first
Even when you're
lesson,
dead, you can't skip school. Fuck this.
well, you've got a week to graduate, or we'll both be killed. So,
A lot
first
more
things
intense than
first.
school.
Yeah, first things first. I got to teach you how to eat. So, I'm gonna
Figured
make
that one out when I
a
was 4.
I'm gonna make a roll for her real quick to see if she notices something. That would be wits plus awareness.
Oh shit, she did. She noticed it.
Yep. All right. So she says so as long as so follow me, and go ahead and bring that chain you got tucked under there. You might need it. And then she gets
And
up and walks out of the room, uh, almost blatantly turning her back to you, like daring you to try something.
daring, freaking daring me.
Like you won't.
Yeah. Not when she
So
suspects it.
yeah, so if you follow her out, let me see, you are
Yeah, where am
in.
I? What part of
So
Houston am I in?
so you when you guys head out, you see nearby there's a big highway. Um, uh, I don't know if you can necessarily recognize the highway from just seeing it. Uh, actually, I don't know if you could see the highway from here. Um, but you're in like a big parking lot. There's a few warehouses around here. You guys exit one warehouse. This particular warehouse doesn't look like it's seen much use, but some of the others definitely uh, like have like forklifts parked outside and things like that. So they obviously get some kind of use. Uh, but yours seems to be maybe in a not completely abandoned warehouse, but uh,
Yes,
it's
used.
much less used. Um, she's got a car. Did I give her a car? She probably drives a cool car. Um,
I ask, what part of Houston are we in right now?
let me check where this actually is. What's let's see. Well, you are I'm about to share the map with y'all, but you are
Sweet.
south of Beltway 8. You're between Beltway 8 and 249, where it kind of pinches off
Hmm.
Northwest Green
Okay.
Business Park. Yeah, you wouldn't know that just off the top of your head, but
No.
I think this is too far south to be considered Tomball, but uh, let me try to share this map. Share, link sharing. I'm probably going to have to drop this in Discord. See if y'all can open that. I've never used this before, but it's like an editable version of Google Maps that I can put dots and things on. And so far, I've only got the dots of your four sires domains. I don't know. Is it opening for y'all?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any. Yeah, I can't like ping stuff on this map. But basically, I'm going to use this to like, as I kind of build up where everything is. So the four dots in Houston, there's so Frank, you were in a office building near where it says Carmen Espinosa's Haven is. So in that general area, uh, David is up in Spring, and you're at his house. Um, Jerry, yeah, you're at Imogen's Haven, which is a medical center, and then the warehouse is where Hayden is. If y'all look at the woodlands, you won't have this yet. You know, your characters don't know this yet, but the green thing is going to be y'all's official starting territory, and then the yellow thing is going to be the nearest vampire to you. But that's for later. So she leads you out to her car. Uh, I don't know, Jaden. What's a mid tier sports car or somebody? I don't know cars.
Mm,
She drives a cool car. That's no.
do
She
you want
drives a
street or
motorcycle.
like?
She drives a
Okay,
motorcycle. She's got a some kind of crotch rocket, and motions for you to
nice
get on back.
rockets.
Fuck, I'll get
There you
on
go.
back.
I just realized I was muted. I'm so I apologize.
It's
When I
okay.
say I look at her and go, this is a lot more humiliating than my high school prom. But all right. And
She
I get
laughs.
on and right behind her.
You get on. She takes off. She actually doesn't have any points in drive, but she has high dexterity.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna give her a point in drive, just to. You know what? No, it's more funny this way.
Yeah, I know.
Hold up. She's trying to be cool. She's not as cool as she thinks she
Mm,
is first. Ooh,
oh, she got hungry.
but that's gonna give her a boost here. I guess it'd be dex. Oh, wait. She has no points in drive. It's more funny that way. But because she did that, actually, how old is she? Does she get more than 2 points for doing that?
It's
Nope.
150.
I think she gets. All right. I don't think I updated all the NPCs. There was actually a like errata that was released that increased the amount of bonus points you get when you do that, but I don't remember what it is for hers. It's probably, I think it increased everything by one, so it's probably three for her. So plus three, three successes. Why does
Oh,
it say
shit,
the
and the beast is
beast?
unlocked.
8601. I think that's a glitch actually. There's no bestial. It would have to be two tens or all failures and a beast one. So um yeah, it's three regular successes. So she's good. Yeah, she drives three successes. She doesn't do anything too fancy, but she does drive kind of fast. Um she drives a little recklessly as if she were already dead and has nothing to fear of crashing. Um but you guys, she heads in deeper into Houston, heading for I can't remember which is the bad one, the third ward or the fifth ward. Probably both of them.
I think it's fifth.
The fifth ward. So
The
so
fifth.
she's heading for the fifth ward. Um, and
No.
now who haven't we done? Oh
Bill.
no, we did Bill. We haven't done Frank yet. Okay, Frank, Cole, you. Where are my notes for you? Cole, you wake up in the same room that you were turned in. Um, did you choose to lay on the cot, or what did you do? And how do you what do you do when you wake up?
Um, I probably just puttered around the room for a while before I went to sleep, and I decided to just lay on the couch or the cot rather
All right,
when I went to sleep.
I'm just getting up her sheet real quick so I can remember things about her. I have a lot of NPCs and haven't developed their personalities yet. except for Tiv and David. um, just double checking what I had planned for her. So, sorry, say it again. What did you do when you wake up?
When I wake up,
Yeah.
um, so I open my eyes. I feel great. I
Yeah.
kind of sit up on the cot and I stretch, like not to work out any kinks, but just because it's what I always do in the mornings. And I realize I don't want to work out any kinks. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then I stand up and I look around the room.
All right. So the room is much like you left it. Your cell phone is sitting on the table. Um, you're only at hunger two, so it's not driving you insane or anything. Like you know you're parched, but it's you're not gonna lose control or anything like that. You've already tasted blood before, because she had offered you that wine glass or that glass of blood the night before. Um, I don't remember if you drank it, but probably you did. Yeah, you did because you didn't know it was blood until after you drank it or
Yeah.
something like that. But unlike everyone else, you, in a weird way, agreed to do this. Uh, you're not 100% sure if you agreed of your own will because your memory was then erased. Uh, and then you signed it, and a bunch of weird stuff happened. You're still hazy on exactly what happened, but you know you're a vampire. You know that for sure. You know you knew that before she bit you, even though you also didn't, and you you know that for some reason you agreed to it, and you know she wants you to fix her problem with technology. She's currently not in the room.
I look over at my phone. I'll walk over and grab it.
Okay.
I attempt to turn it on.
All right. What I'm gonna need is a technology plus turning on a cell phone. We'll call that dexterity. See how dexterous your fingers are.
uh, Dex plus tech.
It would be you have to click technology first
Okay.
and then add dexterity to it because the character sheet does weird things.
Tech plus Dex.
Mhm.
Modifier 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's only one success, unfortunately. Um, so you try to turn on your phone. It turns on for a second, flickers, and turns off.
What does it mean when it says the beast down there?
That I don't know why it says that, but it means nothing. It only means something. I think it's probably a glitch in the character sheet. Uh, I haven't seen anyone roll a bestial failure yet, so I don't know if it'll say anything different. But every time it pops up with the beast, I double check. And a bestial failure is if you have no successes at all and a one on the hunger dice. You do have a one on the hunger dice, which is probably why I threw that the beast on there. But you also have a success, so it's not a bestial failure. It's just a regular one success, but you needed two successes for the technology to work.
Okay. I try to turn it back on again.
All right, I'm gonna say it turns on this time.
Okay. I check Facebook.
Okay, make a technology roll plus. What would Facebook be?
I guess it depends on what he's going for.
Um, so, you're just casually, I guess, checking Facebook. So let's do. It'll be the same amount of dice, but technology plus wits. Sure. Now you're using the phone. Okay, I definitely throws that the beast on there anytime there's a one in the hunger dice, but just ignore it, and I'll let anyone know if they get a crit fail.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it works this time. You're able to do for the rest of the scene, whatever you want on your phone.
All right, I browse Facebook and check my text messages and my phone calls, see if I had missed anything while I was asleep.
No missed calls. Oddly enough, work. You don't have anything. I don't know if you're supposed to work the next day, but if you were, there's no calls from that. Uh, so none of that. Everything seems normal. Facebook, there's a few people, talking about the big party last night, how fun it was, how wasted they got and hungover, and man, wasn't it crazy when that one dude did that thing, and yeah, all sorts of stuff like that. Um, Somebody's posting about how Michelle Obama was more beautiful than Melania Trump. Um, and
Bullshit.
hey, look, that's what the top story in real life. When I looked
No,
up
it
top
wasn't.
stories,
It wasn't
she's
Pete
the most
Oh
Davidson
admired
party. It
no.
woman.
was
She was the
One of
most
them
it
was a
was
admired.
something
porn
else.
star.
The other was a
If you
man.
got any stocks, they're probably up, doing pretty good right now. Um,
For now.
yeah, you
Invest.
better,
Pull out.
invest in a Zoom, and GameStop.
Invest
Or
in
or
Zoom
Oh
and
Dogecoin.
yeah,
GameStop.
oh yeah, invest in
Zoom,
GameStop. Get in that shit.
Dogecoin. That would be the perfect time.
Unfortunately, you did not take all specs and you cannot see the future. So you don't even know what
Dang.
the heck a Zoom is. At least I didn't know what Zoom was before 2020.
It's
Neither did I.
Zoom with an N.
Is it Zune?
Zune.
It's Zune. I have one.
No,
Wait,
that
hold
is
on.
an MP3 player. I wish I
Oh, you're
still
talking
had.
about Zoom, the
Yeah,
yeah,
the thing that everybody started using
the
in
voice chat thing.
2020.
Right. No, I actually have my Zune. It's in my drawer
I
over
don't
there.
I don't know what happened to mine. I had one back in the day. I liked the Zune,
Oh yeah.
but anyway, and Cole probably has a Zune too because he's a tech guy and probably has random tech stuff laying around his house.
Zune.
Um, so after you're
They
done
don't
fiddling
edit
with your phone, uh, let me, give me a. Where the heck is it? Oh, give me a awareness plus wits roll. And I'm gonna do a secret roll.
awareness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. You beat her stealth roll. So, you're messing around on your phone, and you notice that Carmen, moving quietly, walks into the room, but not quietly enough. You notice her, and
I glance over my shoulder and I'm like, "Hey, Carmen, what's up?" And I like start playing
she,
some random music.
at first, she seems
Or no, like
surprised.
I'm scrolling through like the Facebook posts and
Yeah.
there's like random videos playing.
At first, she seems surprised that you noticed her, but then her eyes kind of widen for a minute, and she's like, "Are you using that?"
Was I not supposed to?
No, no, you're supposed to. It's working for you. It hasn't shut down.
Yeah, totally. And I hand it out to her.
Okay. Let me check what hers is real quick. All right. Oh, one didn't mean to do that. I have a video that I need to look at real quick.
I'm free and green.
Hey, Kelsey's finally out of quarantine.
Nice.
That's what's up.
I was wondering what that was.
Okay. Um, it sucks though that it's 10 o'clock for her right now. So like she's out of quarantine, but what the heck's she gonna do now? Hold on, I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
ask if she's
just go
going
to
to the
sleep.
apartment tonight. She has a green wristband now. They had to wear black wristbands until they were tested, until they tested negative. um, okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, so she gets to roll a technology. Uh, as soon as the phone lands in her hands, it shuts down. Oh yeah, Kelsey still has to stay in the hotel for tonight because it's too late.
Do I know that? Am I looking at the phone when this happens?
You see it shut down the moment it touches her hand.
What'd you do to my phone? And I take it back.
She lets out a sigh and says, "Well, uh, when you take it back, do I want it to light up for you? No, it won't light up until you try to mess with it again. It's turned off, so you have to turn it back on.
I just rolled again to turn it back on.
It turns on. Yeah. It takes a no. What kind of phone is it? I don't know. Do other phones turn on faster than iPhones? Because iPhones take forever to turn on.
Yeah, they do.
Androids aren't like super fast, but they're quicker than iPhones.
Yeah, yeah. It takes however long it normally takes. It works just fine. She's like, how are you doing that?
I okay, so with technology, most of it has a power button, and you have to press the power button to turn it on.
Okay, whatever.
Thanks, tech
She
support.
she mutters under her breath.
I mean,
She mutters under her breath, is like, is this why the prince ordered me to do this? And then she kind of mutters that, and based on your last awareness roll, I'll let you hear that mutter under her breath. But then she changes the subject. It's like, all right, well, hopefully this is a sign that you're going to be able to make some progress on that for us. But before then, I've got to kind of I've got to teach you our ways so you don't look like an anarch whenever we go talk to the prince.
well, since I fully agreed to this for some reason, I guess lead the way.
All
Or is
right.
this going to be an online course? Because I don't have my desktop with me.
Nope. This tonight especially, this is going to be in person. We're going to be doing this in the flesh.
Alrighty. So
And
is it going to be
so
like a question answer, or is it going to be like a lecture and then test period afterwards?
think of it more like a lab.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I've
So
been pretty used to those.
she leads you outside. She takes you out to
I'm playing Candy Crush.
Candy Crush. Okay. Uh, she takes you out to a car. She's got a driver. It's like it's not a limo, but it's one of those like black rich people cars, like a black car with tinted windows.
Cadillac.
Yeah, and a man opens the door for y'all, and y'all get him back, and then it's got a screen, like a glass window between. It's basically a normal size car, but limo style. So you're separated
Gotcha.
from the driver. Um, I am looking for something, but I've had an unknown amount of glasses of this wine, and I cannot remember or find what I'm looking for. Oh, right. I have to read a lore to you in her voice.
To
Ron, quick
me?
question: are the cops going to pull us over for DMing while intoxicated?
DMing while intoxicated, they might. I don't know. All right, so we've talked about. She mentioned anarch, but Frank didn't say what's an anarch, and also her blurb on anarchs are very small. So
What about anarchs?
she just said, "I need to teach you how to be one of us so you don't look like an anarch." But no, while driving, she's gonna say one of the
I don't
reasons.
remember that part.
Yeah, one of the reasons we need you to figure out how to make technology work for us um, is the Camarilla took the for the most part they kind of have banned technology, but it's just because they don't understand it. They're all ancient vampires, and they think that just because one network was hacked that all networks are going to be hacked and that we're all going to get found out. But not using this technology when the humans have it, that's a weakness. And the humans have rediscovered our existence. And to be honest, they want to annihilate us. They have weapons,
Well, why'd you let
intelligence.
them do that?
I didn't let them do that. If you'd let me finish my story, do I talk about that in this? No. I didn't let them do that. That was the Nosferatu's fault. They're the ones who got
Ah,
careless with their little Shrek net, as they called it.
they had like bat
Shrek.
ears and like a really drawn out face.
Yeah, they're the freaky
I
looking ones. Oh, are
I
you in
imagine whenever
character?
I'm in character,
Oh, okay.
like just the word Nosferatu like just brings forth the idea of
Yeah.
like a bat eared, like long, elongated, ugly looking motherfucker.
Actually, yes, they do look like that.
Oh, okay.
They
I might have seen some pictures of them one time.
they had well, yeah, that there's a movie called Nosferatu, and it's at least the way they look is disturbingly accurate.
Ah,
Probably
that's what it's from. Okay.
possibly another
Yep,
slip up.
French flick, great, a great piece.
Yeah. Um. Oh, yeah. So like I said, it wasn't our clan's fault. Um. But before it happened, the kindred made use. Well, everyone else made use of the internet, cell phones, and all manner of technology, and especially the Nosferatu. They kept all of our secrets because they love their secrets, but they stored it on this private internet server of theirs. And the CIA and other agencies eventually found it uh, and found out about us. And a lot of vampires were killed. Of course, we La Sombra weren't involved in that, but we still suffer the consequences. So you always need to be careful and beware the Inquisition. That's why the Masquerade, the keeping our people a secret. That's why it's so important. Uh,
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Uh, but not using technology, that's a weakness. And it's a weakness our clan has suffered for too long. But if we can be the first clan to 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 master it once more, then we'll have an advantage over all the other kindred out there. And so she's saying all this as she's driving, and you pull up to a club,
She's driving.
or the driver's
She's
driving.
a,
The
right,
driver
right,
is
right. Okay.
driving. And you guys pull up.
About halfway through, I started playing Flappy Bird and just didn't listen.
Right. So you guys pull up to this nightclub, um, and in front of you, another pair of people get out. Um, One of them is if you're even paying attention, an Egyptian woman. Although I don't really know how you tell the difference between an Egyptian woman and anyone else, but she's an Egyptian woman. That's part of her backstory. Uh, an
Be part of
Egyptian
the
woman
ministry.
and someone you do recognize, Jerry.
And I look
Jerry.
over him and be like, "Oh crap!"
And we'll switch
Oh,
over
hey,
to
you
Freaking
we'll
guys.
switch over
Jerry.
to Jerry and Imogen. It's like this. So Imogen, before she gets out of the car, as you guys are pulling up to the club, she says, "This isn't really my scene, but it's more of a common feeding ground for our kind, and this place is neutral territory. The vampire who owns this place allows anyone to feed from anyone of their choice, so long as they make sure that to keep it tidy. And this will be a more practical experience for you. You're not always going to have uh, easy, knocked out patients to feed from, or whatever method you end up choosing. And she gets you out, gets out of the car and takes you out. Um, and the I guess she's well, she was yeah. Y'all are both already dressed. It's day old clothes now, but you are already dressed for a party, so you're appropriately dressed for this club. And she gets in line. Cole, when you guys get out, Carmen leads you to the front of the line, and they let you in immediately. Do you say or do anything before you go in?
Um, I'm probably still playing Flappy Birds and not paying attention.
All right. Well, she just kind of you just kind of follow her while staring at your phone. You hear loud music, probably like some kind of techno music or something inside. There's like, flashing lights and stuff of a club. I don't go to clubs. I hate them. But it's a club. There's loud music. There's people dancing, people drinking, all that sort of stuff. Probably people doing other things. Um,
Is Cameron describing all this to me, or is this you describing it?
this I'm describing it. There's all this going on, and she's leading you over to a booth to sit down.
All right.
And to get to this booth, they have to like remove the red, the felt rope thingy and let you into the booth. So it's a private booth.
I probably glance up as soon as the music starts blaring, and when I realize we're kind of in an upscale techno place, I kind of probably turn my phone off and put it in my pocket.
Okay. Um,
And I'm like, hey, why are we here again?
well, I've got to teach you your first lesson, how to hunt. Jerry,
I don't like guns.
Jerry, what are you doing now that you've seen where you're at and you're in line outside this random club? The only club that I only know two clubs, Numbers and Kryptonite. Pick one.
Fuck.
Just go with your guts.
Fuck it. Let's do numbers. Let's do numbers.
Okay, Numbers. That's the upscale club. It's not the seedy club that I went to one time. Yeah, Numbers is a very upscale club in Houston. Um, yeah, so you guys are there's a lot. When I went to Numbers the one time, there was a long line. So there's a long line, and y'all are in the back.
All right. I'm just gonna turn to Imogen. So we still wait in line, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm not really. Like I said, this isn't really my scene, but uh, this is kind of how most of us feed. I mean,
All right.
unless you've got some way to get out of this line. I don't know. I don't remember what powers you have, Bill. Jerry has. See if you've got anything useful as far as powers. You should. Yeah, you've got dominate. No, you've got all specs since the unseen. No, wait, that's not the power. Presence. You've got all. So just I'm not going to tell you what to do as your character, but um you could make everyone here think that you are like you're it. You're like the most important person here. And this would be something that would pop in instinctually. You could activate all without thinking about it if you decide you want to get to the front of the line.
Okay. Well, I'm hungry as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead. Where do I find that ability? I'm going to describe it here in a second. I just want to know
do you
where to
guys
find
have access to the compendium? It should be next to the journal, a little I, like letter
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
So if you just type in all, good. I'm glad you have access to that because I paid money for that.
Nice.
What is that? AWW?
AWE.
Okay. Give me a second. Let's see what that
All right,
is.
so you don't have to do a rouse check for this. It's free to activate, and then you roll one of those, or you roll manipulation plus presence. So
Okay, that's manipulation plus presence. Oh god, I've only got one into manipulation.
you would roll that in reverse too. You need to click on presence. That's under disciplines. So the little dice button. Actually, if you want to, let me open your power, since that's a specific roll. Manipulation plus. So if you look on your character sheet and open the drop down tab under presence, I think you can do that roll I just created for you.
Let's see. Presence.
And then
Here it is. I see. I found it. Sorry, that took me a minute. So you said presence.
And then over on the right, if you, yeah. No, that did arouse. Ignore that. Let me just click this and see if it works before I tell you to do it. All hunger, 0 successes. Okay, well, I'll let you roll that, but I don't think that worked. How many dots did you say you had in manipulation?
Okay,
I think
so that
one.
would be manipulation. Where? Here you are. Manipulation. And what is that? What am I adding to that? Composure, intelligence, resolve. Oh, manipulation.
Presence plus manipulation, yeah. Oh, it only matters if they're trying to resist it, and humans don't resist unless they know it's
Oh,
happening. Yeah, so it's
oh,
automatic.
so it's.
So
Oh, okay. Then what I
so
do is.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you describe, and I'll describe how people
So
react.
what I do is, I walk. I can't believe I'm going to be this douchebag.
Yeah.
I tap the person in front of me. I'm like, "Hey, how's it going? Jerry Wilson, local.
Oh, hey.
How's your health been?"
My health? It'd be better if I wasn't out here in this heat. No, wait, it's January. It will be better if I was inside with some tequila in my stomach.
Wouldn't that be nice? Here, come on. You, me, and this lady right here. Come, follow me. So we walk underneath the rope, walk up to the front. And as I'm walking, I'm basically enacting my awe.
Okay.
And I walk up to the bouncer, like, "Hey man, how's it going? Jerry Wilson. You use my you're pretty stacked. You're pretty cut. Do you use my app?"
So when you activate, let me, let's find out if he does.
It just launched like 2 days ago, but
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a bit of a local.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a local known name in a lot of workout.
As soon as you walk up, he's got eyes only for you, Jerry. Actually, everyone around does. Even, well,
he drops to his knees in front of you.
no, but he's very impressed by you. He's like, your app? No, but you must. If you've got an app, you must be pretty important. Come on in, sir. And he lets you inside. And as long as you keep,
And as I'm walking past him, I want to actually look at him. Hey, is there any way we can get this line moving any faster for these guys? A lot of these people are out here. It's January. It's freezing out here. We got to get some business rolling through here. You know what I mean?
he glances at the line and he's like, these chumps? Nah, none of them are worthy of coming in here. Not like you.
What you talking about?
Now,
These are our family, local Houston, bro. Man, you gotta open your heart to all people of Houston.
So you can do a persuasion plus charisma. Man, you've got a lot of charisma. And then for modifiers, put one modifier for having presence. So
Can I cut in for a second here with a quick point? So some meteorological data for those listening at home. We all live in Houston. January is like maybe 40 to 60 degrees ish, and that is freezing to us.
Yes, it is very freezing. And we don't even no, that's 2021. Right? Snowpocalypse, that was 2021?
Yeah, that was this year.
Okay. All right, that's not coming up.
Yeah, our infrastructure is not built for temperatures really below 20 degrees. Like, and that's when all of our stuff just breaks.
I mean, that was this year. Like last year, we had a mild winter. Maybe 2 days where we dipped below 30 max.
You said it was charisma. It was manipulation with charisma.
No, persuasion. So persuasion first, and then add charisma to it, and then on modifiers put +1 for your all.
Oh, righty. Hey,
Ignore the beast. Yeah, 4 successes. He's like, you know what? you know, man, anything for you, sir. And he starts letting people in, like anyone. He's still checking IDs and junk like that, which he didn't do for you, but he's still checking IDs and stuff. But he's pretty much letting anyone in. He's not worrying about the cool factor right now.
And real quick, I'm going to stand right next to him as he's doing IDs, and I'm going to start, patting people on the shoulder. Hey, welcome in. Get out of the cold. Go on, go up to the bar.
After you know he's let some people in, but the club does have a limit, and eventually he has to stop letting people in until people leave. But after all this is
Yeah,
done,
yeah, absolutely. I just kind of wanted to help get a
yeah,
bit more of a crowd in here. If things become difficult to focus on
yeah.
around you, and there's more people.
After all said and done, Imogen has been silently just like watching you in awe this whole time. Um, and finally, she does snap out of it and says, "All right, come with me." And she takes your arm and brings you inside, and she's kind of like leading you, but like walking next to you, as if she kind of falls into the role of, she's here with you, not like leading you. I don't know how I'd word that, but she's here like as your girlfriend slash guest or whatever, versus the other way around. And she leads you.
Oh, this is gonna get really awkward when I start checking out the bartender.
Yeah. Eventually, she kind of pauses for a
That's a
moment.
good looking man right there. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at him.
She kind of pauses for a moment, tilts her head, and then leads you over to a booth. Talks with the guy standing guard at the booth for a minute, and then he lets her in, and you sit down across from someone you recognize, and another woman, Cole, and some Hispanic woman. And now we're gonna switch over to Jaden and Hayden, because we've been on you guys for a little bit. So Jaden would be next in line, yeah. So Wesley, you're in that whatever the heck you called it, encore or something, um, and you guys drive into the Fifth Ward. You're driving around, and eventually he kind of parks the car just at some random gas station, and he's like, "Come on, let's go for a walk," and heads off down an alleyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you guys start walking down an alley. Um, Max, you end up in the same place. You park next to what did Jaden? What was the name of that car?
Buick Encore.
Okay, you park next to this Buick Encore, um, and she hops off the bike. She was not wearing a helmet, but she had offered you one. Did you put it on?
No,
Okay, yeah.
I can't
So
be shown up.
yeah, the helmet's just strapped to the the rack on the back of the bike then, and neither of y'all used it. Um, she does hand you. Let me make sure she's got this. I'm pretty sure I put it on her sheet. Um, oh, that's player characters, NPCs. She. So, oh wait, that's her skills. That's not what I'm looking for. Details. Is that where that would be? Okay, she holds out to you two things. Uh, One is a knife, like kind of a long knife, um,
Mhm.
and the other is a pistol. And she's like, whichever one you prefer.
Is she asking me or Hayden?
Yeah.
Hayden, Max.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
this is Tiv talking. Okay.
Yeah, this is Tiv talking. Yeah.
I take a look around. What?
So you're in a shady part of Houston, um, at a random gas station. You parked in the same place that Hayden and his guy parked, but you haven't seen them yet. They got here a little bit before you.
Take the gun.
All right. So she hands you the gun, and she's like, "Yeah, tuck that away somewhere." And then she reaches into her pocket and pulls out this like really expensive looking watch, and also hands it to you.
Hey,
And
that's
she
my watch.
is it your watch? Do you
I
have
had
a
a
specific?
Rolex.
Oh, okay. Well, then you've already sure. She hands you back your watch, She's like, sorry, I forgot to give this to you. Put that on. And she puts
Uh-huh.
on she
Forgot.
she quickly like puts on these like diamond earrings. You guys are already dressed in your party attire. So you're looking out of place in this neighborhood, and she's dressing you up even more with these expensive items. It's like, all right, let's go this way, and heads down an alleyway. You see a couple of guys up ahead, um, and she's like, David, and David stops and turns. And is like, oh, Tiv, I'm surprised I beat you here. And he jogs over, and he's like, so is this the guy? Yeah, this is him. His name's Max. Who's your guy? And he points out, like, motions to Wesley. And he's like, this here's Wesley. Uh, so so we thinking this a good spot. And she's like, yeah, it's one of the best. They're like, all right, guys, let's go for a walk. And they take you guys
I, I
walking
look
down
at
this
Wesley and
alleyway.
go, "What's up, boss?"
Yeah, I have a nice big fat pat on the back, like like I'm asserting, a little bit, but like what's up, Max? Well,
And you feel the chain under my blazer.
Uh, Wesley, that.
oh,
Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say that
what?
pat's probably extra hard, but no, you took the soaring leap. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just like push him onto the ground on accident. That would have been funny.
Yeah. Um, Next level, you can choose to just add your potence to any strength-based stuff.
Hmm.
So let me see here. So they lead you down an alley, and they're just kind of walking around the Fifth Ward, waiting for something to happen. Tiv kind of slows down and gets next to you two, and she's like, so David up there, he'll kind of go after anybody. Uh, but me personally, I prefer to at least feed on people who deserve it. Um, we're not we're not gonna kill anybody, okay? That's not what we're here for. I mean, unless you absolutely have to, but we're here to teach you to feed, and and then a group of guys step out, uh, and when they step out, and she says, and we want to make sure they deserve it. And then we switch back over to Cole and Jerry. Uh, you guys have or Cole, no, Jerry just sat down across from Cole, and Carmen uh, nods at Imogen and says, "Imogen, I didn't expect to see you here." And Imogen just kind of, if she could blush, well, no, she does blush because she's using the blush of life right now. Um, she blushes a little at that, and she's like, "Well, I figured my usual methods weren't good training, and you know he's got to learn." What are you and Jerry and Cole? What are y'all doing?
Well, if I notice Cole, I'll probably walk over and talk to him.
Well, y'all are
Do
sitting
I?
at the same booth.
Okay. Do I know that he's also a vampire?
You do not know that, no.
I'm gonna be like, how's it going? Yeah.
You notice he's looking at
it's,
you both notice that each other are looking a little paler than usual. Maybe you notice that.
It's going. It's been a weird couple days.
Yeah. Been there.
Oh, have you seen the numbers on your app? It's taken off pretty well.
No, I haven't actually. What are the numbers on that?
I pull out my phone and attempt to show him the numbers. Do I need a roll or is it?
Yep,
Oh, God.
because it's a new scene. So let's do. You're showing the numbers, so intelligence plus or technology plus intelligence. All right, it's gonna work for the rest of the scene. So while you're at the club,
Okay, so I pull up my phone and I go to whatever back end stat checking thing I have, and I pull it up for them and I show it to them. I'm like, they're looking, the numbers looking really good. It's had a couple thousand downloads in the first hour or so. It's got some pretty raving reviews so far from some well known and some not well known people. You even have a particular celebrity that's giving you a pretty good review.
is it Seth Rogen?
I was
It's
about
it's Seth.
the same thing.
It's Seth
Please,
Rogen.
All right,
please.
it's Seth Rogen. Yeah.
That's funny.
Um.
Bill, are you muted?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Seth
Okay,
Rogen.
sorry. I'm sorry. That was be like, oh shit, awesome! Look at that.
I'll be
We're
right
doing
back.
pretty good.
I'm gonna go grab
All right.
water.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back to Cole. I'm just gonna be like, hey, we're doing pretty good. Thanks so much for setting this up.
It's no problem. I'm glad we got it launched when we did. It's doing pretty well. I mean, a couple thousand downloads in the first couple hours, and as it's been almost a day and change since then, it's been steadily increasing at that rate. So I think we're up at I think 50-ish thousand downloads. Um, but from the projections and from the raving reviews, I think it's going to start increasing even more.
That's awesome. So I know it's basically just code and everything, but just for the future, can I keep working with you so we can keep updating this?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm more on the back end development side. I don't do much of the maintenance, but if you feel the need to keep this relationship going, then just give me a shout and I can rather give the boss man a shout and he could probably get you over to me, or you have my number, so you can always just give me a shout if you got any questions or anything like that.
Yeah, sounds good. So looking a little pale, I notice.
At that,
Yeah, I
at
didn't
that,
get much sun.
Carmen interrupts and she's like, "Gentlemen, it looks like you two have something in common." And Imogen, like, she nods. She seems very uncomfortable here. Uh, so it looks like you two both shared a common experience the other night, uh, after the party. And well, I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. You're both vampires.
Oh, thank God! What the fuck's
Oh
going
man!
on?
Oh my God!
Oh
Thank goodness.
God! I woke
Oh.
up and I want blood. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, this bitch cut my throat.
Oh God! What have we gotten into? Oh,
I don't know.
It's so fucked up. I don't
Starts
Oh my
understand.
God.
crying.
We start hugging on each other.
I can't tell you how actually comfortable it is to find another one. I guess so young. Let's say fresh. I like fresh.
I don't even know. I'm like 12th generation. I don't know what that means. It's
Oh.
it's fucking it's so
Oh,
weird.
I read in the. Don't worry, I read in the paperwork. Basically, we're only 12. We're only 12 little marks away from Kane. Yeah, that one.
Like the Bible cane, like the guy that killed the other guy with the bone of a sheep or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Carmen says,
He was a
"Gentlemen,
vampire.
pay attention. Make roll intelligence plus resolve."
You mean resolve plus intelligence?
Yeah, which it doesn't matter because those are both abilities, or
Are
those are
they
both traits. Yeah.
resolve plus intelligence? He said.
Resolve plus intelligence, or vice versa.
Right.
And she rolls dominate. So she got 3, you 3 and 2. Okay, cool. So you immediately fall silent and start paying attention. Jerry, um, you feel something similar to what you imagine the people in the place were feeling. You know, their interest in you, but a little bit different, a little more forceful. But you're able to resist it. However, it does catch your attention. You just don't have to keep paying attention if you don't want to. It's like, please pay attention. We're here for a purpose. Um,
Like, does she know that what she did didn't affect me?
she does not know. Yeah.
Okay, then
Um,
I'm gonna hold eye contact for just a little bit
yeah.
and be like, fine,
Um,
continue.
she says you're here to learn one of the most important things about being kindred, and that is quelling the beast inside you. In other words, drinking blood and getting away with it. Uh, honestly, this isn't either of our scenes. She motions over to Imogen, but these kind of places are one of the easiest places to get away with doing what we do without having to resort to more violent methods. Um, hopefully, both of you have at least spoken to a woman in your life. So, how about you two head out there and see if you can uh, convince someone to come back with you and bring them back to the booth.
Okay. When Jerry hears her say that, like,
Hmm.
if you've ever spoken to a woman, Jerry's gonna make like the most sarcastic face in the world,
All right.
and he's gonna stand up. He's gonna go over to the bar. Now,
Right.
how many bartenders are working tonight?
Let's say four. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember
Okay,
it
I'm gonna
took
go
forever to get my drink at this damn club.
to. I'm gonna walk over to one of the ones that looks less busy,
Uh-huh.
but still looks kind of kind of okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna. Can I activate awe again,
Yes.
or is that still going?
Um, up to you. If you turned it off, you can have turned it off. It's free to turn on and off. Although, yeah,
Okay.
do try to tell me when you turn it off and on. That way, I know how to make people react to you.
Yeah, I don't think I actually turned it off because I don't 100% know if I
Yeah.
would have known.
Yeah.
I'm kind of playing with all this stuff for the first time, so it's like kind
All
of
right.
didn't turn it off. So I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, "Hey, can I get a shit? Can I get a Long Island?"
The guy turns and very obviously eyes you up and down, and says, "Sure thing, hun," and goes and
Oh,
starts mixing it up.
oh, we got someone taking the bait. Oh,
That's
we
what
got
that
someone
roll
taking the
was
bait.
for. It was an odds or evens.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
So
man.
he mixes up your drink,
All
and
right.
because of all, he's interested. So
Okay, the hunt is on. All right. In more ways than one.
so
Okay.
Cole, you have been magically ordered to go find a woman and bring her back.
um, can I ask questions before I had to go
Yes.
bring a woman back?
Yeah.
All right, so I probably sit there meekly, and as uh, Jerry walks off, I kind of raise my hand a little bit and just kind of sit there.
Yes. Yes, Cole.
Um, I haven't spoken to a woman in a while. Um, I don't have the best uh, um, what's the word?
Spit it out,
What's
Han. I'm just kidding.
my brain's not working. What's the word? Social skills.
Sure.
When you talk. Okay. I don't exactly have the best social skills when it comes to talking to women. Um, I don't know if I could do that.
She she kind of looks at you and and
And moreover, do we have to drink it? Can we just like get it like I don't know, like in a to go cup, or like like is there like a 7-Eleven we can go to for vampires and just get some blood there? Like we I don't know if I just want to be drinking like straight from the trap. Like I don't want to hurt people. Like I don't. I just kind of like
she sighs
mumble
for a
off.
minute and says, "The point of tonight is to learn not to hurt people. As far as your troubles with speaking to the opposite sex, don't worry. Simply go over there and order one to come back with you."
Ooh, okay. Um, I can try.
You have
So, quick
just
question.
by the way,
At
you have compel, so that's what you don't know that you can do this, but you can. You can
right.
compel people.
So as bagger, I don't get any sort of penalty drinking directly from a tap, correct?
No, there's no penalty. That's just your preferred method. You
Okay.
didn't
All right.
actually take prey exclusion. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Let me double check that Bagger didn't force you to do that. Bagger. Yeah, so you're perfectly capable of drinking it. It's just your preferred method would be not drinking it
Okay.
directly from the source.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know if I needed to incorporate that into the character. Okay. All right. All right. So Cole stands up and he kind of like meekly walks over to a group of females.
Okay.
Um, One of them has a tiara on that says bridesmaid. And they're all wearing like dick themed
Yes.
like like paraphernalia, like necklaces with dicks on them, like earrings that are dicks, like they're drinking out of dick cups. There's like a group of 4 or 5 of them. And I walk over to them and I look at like the ugliest of the 5, um, and then I like look at the second ugliest and like up to the prettiest one, and I'm assuming it's like the bridesmaid,
Sure.
because nobody wants to be with the bride. The first bridesmaid's always the best. I don't know how true that is, but I'm like, I command you to come with me.
She
Uh,
she
or com-
she like briefly glances your way and like snickers and like they start whispering to each other.
uh,
And so
uh,
now,
like face probably goes red, um, and I say,
Can it?
please. Well, no, I can't. Well, I can do kiss of life. No, I'm not doing kiss of life. Fuck that shit. Um,
what is kiss of life?
and I go, not kiss of life, the blush of life.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I do have that, right?
Yes,
I think
everyone
we
can
all
do
do.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get embarrassed and I go, please.
She finally turns to you and says, "What in what world would you think I would ever come with you?"
Dang.
Damn.
In the world where I was
What's
just
your
told
hunger
to
too?
tell somebody.
Give me a frenzy check. You're a
How do I
little
do
bit
that?
hungry. So down at the bottom of the thing, there's the dice for frenzy. I don't know if frenzy
Gotcha.
check is the right one for this, but we'll see if your hunger makes you become assertive.
Difficulty.
There's a difficulty. I don't know. Difficulty right now, just difficulty 2 because you've got 2 hunger.
Difficulty 2. Okay.
All right. I'm not going to say you frenzy from that, but the beast inside you, I got to double check the rules on how that kind of thing works, but the beast inside you gets angry at her words, and the next words you say will be make them assertive and compelling.
Okay.
She's
So
mortal, so you don't even have to roll for it.
all right. So I lean forward like kind of get close to her ear and I go, "Listen here, bitch. You better come with me right now, or I'm gonna kick your fucking ass."
Jesus fucking Christ, Frank!
Damn.
She's
She
surprised for a second, and then like her eyes kind of glaze over a little bit, and she's like, "Okay, where do you want to go?"
Just come with me.
And she
why
follows
is your voice?
you. And she follows you back
I'm
back to
sorry,
the.
but I can't, bro.
She follows you back to the booth.
I'm Batman.
That's what I was gonna say in my part when we get ambushed in the alley. I'm like, this is an
All
awkward
right.
Batman moment.
So yeah, let's now that you two have seduced, well, whatever you want to call it, we won't go into what's actually happening here. Now
Oh
that you've
goddamn! I was gonna go through some really flirty stuff. It was gonna be really
Oh,
hot.
no, no,
Okay,
we can do that. I just want to go back to the other two.
No. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Some guys step out of an alleyway, and let's say we're gonna say there's 5 dudes, because now we get to learn
Quick,
about combat,
Oh
while
shit!
you
You're gonna
guys
have
learn
to
about
fight.
social.
a quick note.
Yeah.
Tom Felton or Draco Malfoy's Hogwarts robe pockets had to be sewn shut to prevent him from taking food on set.
Ooh,
All
what?
right then.
That's
Harry
so
Potter
cool.
back to the day.
Okay, so yeah, so there's 5 dudes. They step out, um, and none of them are armed. At least they're not brandishing weapons. But one guy kind of steps forward. He's like got like some rings on and he's wearing a big chain around his neck. And he looks at Tiv, and he's like, those some nice earrings you got on there, uh, lady. How about you hand them over? And she's like, how about you come and take them? And then another guy's like, you give me that watch, he says to Max. And I don't know, Wesley, you're probably wearing something expensive too. Another guy like steps up and he's like, I like the look of that cummerbund you're wearing. No. I like
Damn.
I like the look of that jacket.
Yeah,
You're like
I like it
$5,000
too.
jacket.
Yeah, it's Italian.
It's Italian
Is
leather.
that some of that Italian leather?
Italian leather.
Oh my god! They became New York street cops
And
real fast.
so that's when I look over at Tiv and I give her like a look like saying, this is where we just go. Like,
Yeah, kick his ass.
all right, and then that's when I pull out my chain and go, come on, fuckers, let's go.
Whoa, rich boy's got a dick after all. And the one dude pulls out, one of the guys pulls out a gun and points it at you sideways. Um, so combat is weird. I'm, you know what? Do I want to do initiative or do I want to try to do the weird thing? Because initiative's an option. I don't
What's the weird
understand.
thing?
The weird thing means I have to do it in like, all right, so more or less I determine what's going to happen faster by what makes sense. And there's kind of like a hierarchy. I'm trying to find the damn section on that. I should have had that ready for when you guys, because I was intending on putting you in a fight. But if I recall, melee goes before ranged if you're in melee range.
Which we probably are.
Yeah, y'all are in melee range. So I'll say the vampires are going to be faster than humans, so the vampires can act first. These are just random thugs. They're not no one specially trained, so yeah, y'all can be faster than them for now, especially the guys with celerity. So the fastest is going to be would be Tiv, because she's got celerity higher than yours. So she goes after the big guy, the guy who first walked up, and she's in a in a flash, well, no, sure, it's in a fight. Nobody knows what's going on. She moves faster than a normal person should be able to move, and moves and like cuts him. Just like flashes out her knife and cuts him right across the like chest. And the dude like stumbles back in
Dang.
surprise. Hayden, you're the next fastest. What do you do?
With my chain, I go and try to wrap it around the guy with that like guns pointed at me. Try
All
to
right.
wrap it around his neck.
So give me a melee plus dexterity, which you don't have melee, so it'd just be dexterity.
Yeah. So should I roll the melee thing or just
Um,
roll straight
you can just roll
dexterity?
straight dexterity. Now, at
Okay.
any time, you can choose to do a rouse check and get a +2 bonus to your roll. Or for
So the
you,
rouse.
so rouse is on the core page, and it'll be at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the downside of that?
You might get hungrier.
Oh, that's fine. I'm in a fight. I don't care.
Yeah. You get
Yeah,
hungrier. You're up to 4. You
I
are
get
really
hungry.
hungry.
Oh, I'm thirsty. And then dexterity.
Yeah. So with a +2 modifier.
Any second attribute I should put in there or no?
No, since you don't have melee.
I just put 2 in modifiers, or like do I have to put +2?
2.
Okay.
All right, one
Damn, I rolled
success.
ass.
The guy. Let me double check his stats real quick. If he's got. Well, I'm doing the simple. So, yeah, you succeed on that. Uh, so you managed to. Are you trying to wrap him with the chain or like smack him with it, or what are you doing with it?
Virtually trying to choke him out because she said don't kill, so
Yeah.
I'm not.
All
I'm
right. So
following
you
orders
you
as much as I know.
you're fast. You're not necessarily using celerity, to do this, although you do have rapid reflexes. Um, but you are faster than most people, and you're able to get this chain around him. Um, and so one
Where can I see
success.
my abilities?
Your disciplines, they're on the core page.
Okay. So I'm trying to look for them again.
Yeah. So they're under disciplines, and then the ones you picked would be under powers. But you'd have to go to the compendium or to my handouts that I created to find a description of those powers. The ones that apply to this really are only going to be your rapid reflexes. I mean, acid blood, yeah, you could burn somebody with it, um, but that's not super practical in combat, uh,
Unless I get cut.
unless you get cut. Yeah. All right, so you got that, dude. Next fastest would probably be David. So David, uh, let's see, he goes after guy number 3. Where the heck did I put David? There he is. Got to open his sheet. I'm just checking his powers. I'm not rolling for the guys right the main guys right now. Oh yeah, yeah. So he like walks up and just smacks the guy, his guy in the stomach, and the dude stumbles back and falls to his knees. Um, and Wesley, what do you do?
Uh, I'm trying to think of whether I have compel or cloud memory. I'm just trying to look at my disciplines to see what I can use.
Your disciplines, I think you've got cloud memory. Um,
Okay.
I think you took that. Yeah, you took cloud memory. You do have you've got all, which wouldn't be all that useful in a fight, soaring leap, and you've got rapid reflexes, I think is what you took. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I really can't do anything. I mean, I don't have a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything.
You
You
can
can
just
come
do
take
a
the gun off of me.
straight punch and do a rouse check and get a +2 bonus to it. Or
Okay.
you can
You can
just
take.
do a straight punch. You don't have to
risk getting hungrier.
Yeah, I'll just do a straight punch then.
All right, so just do a strength by itself.
Which is terrible.
Okay, so yeah, so you
Nice.
swing at the dude and miss. The guy manages. He jumps back out of the way of your punch. He's gonna counterattack. I don't have sheets for these guys, so let me just do. I don't know. They probably have been in a fight. So let's see. He gets one success. All right, so you can choose to take the punch or you can try to dodge it. Dodging it would be a dexterity plus. If I remember right, oh my god, combat's so complicated in this game. I mean, it's not complicated once I remember it all, but
Yeah.
it's dexterity plus. It'd just be straight dexterity since you don't have any combat skills. If you want to dodge it. Also, you've been hit before, and you know it doesn't hurt as much as normal.
And I got hit by a vampire.
Yeah.
And this is just a normal dude.
Yeah. Like.
I don't know. I mean, I might as well just try to dodge it.
Go ahead and try it. So dexterity.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, it definitely connects. So the way damage works for a vampire, a punch is superficial damage, and vampires take half that. So in your case, you take no damage. The punch lands, doesn't even phase you. It's not a very good punch. The guy's surprised though. He was thinking it was going to take you down. Let's see. Max, your guy is going to try and break free of that chain grapple you got going. It's probably just going to be a straight strength check for that, plus athletics. So,
does my gun have a silencer? By the way, it really
he
should.
gets one success. So if you want to keep him in, it'll be keep him bound like that. It'll be a strength plus melee.
I'll try it.
Which I don't know if I don't remember right. You said you didn't have combat points either, so.
No. Melee strength. I lose him.
All right. Well, okay. So he struggles against you and manages to get loose from the chains. The guy that David punched, he struggles back to his feet and throws a weak punch at David, which David steps just gracefully dodges it. And Tiv, her person, he's bleeding. He kind of seeing everything that's going down. Well, no, they're not being beat so bad yet. Only one guy really landed a heavy hit. So he's gonna, he pulls out a knife of his own and stabs at her, but she kind of just, deflects the blade, and in a flash is behind him, and cuts the back of his leg, and or no, in a flash she's behind him and has a the knife to his throat, much like when she grabbed you. Just like, be still, little one. Now there's the guy with the gun. The guy with the gun, who nobody was paying attention to, aims his gun at. That didn't work. He aims his gun at number 3 was David. Okay. Aims his gun at David. David does not have rapid reflexes. The gun pops David. So he fires the gun. I guess I should roll for that. 3
3 success is a 6 a success? I don't remember. At least 2 successes. David is I don't think he can dodge a. No, you can try to dodge a bullet if I remember right. Athletics. No, it will be dexterity plus athletics. Two successes versus 2 successes. So David fails to dodge. Takes the bullet in the shoulder. The bullet with 2 successes doesn't deal much damage to him. Doesn't seem to bother him too much. And then we are back to Tiv, who she like pulls her guy off down the alley and like between some houses, and she's gone. Next up is Max. So Tiv just like ran her guy out of sight.
I'm gonna say, you go, Tiv, and then I guess knowing that I'm not very good at this whole martial thing, I'll go ahead and pull my gun.
Okay. So you can pull your gun and fire it on the same turn.
Okay, sweet.
Or
So
threaten
that's
someone.
firearms.
Yeah. You can also just
That's firearms
intimidate.
Oh, sorry.
Do what?
Yeah, how would my character want to?
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to shoot. I mean, they just threw you into this situation. You could also just try and scare them away or something.
I mean, I have to feed, that's the
That's
thing.
true. You do need to feed.
And I'm very hungry. Would my character want to shoot him, or
If he
I guess-
does, I could see him shooting his foot or something. But
I guess I'll pop him in his kneecap,
Yeah.
there you go.
and then I'll try to persuade him. Scare the living shit out of this guy. So that's firearms plus dexterity.
Yes.
Any modifiers?
No modifiers, but anytime you want to, you can do a rouse check and get that +2 bonus on any roll.
Oh, what if I go to like full hunger though? What happens
You
then?
immediately frenzy.
Yeah, I only got 1 dot left. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Nah. All right, let me roll firearms.
1 success. Well,
Dude, why am I
are you
such
shooting
trash
at
rolling?
which guy are you shooting at? The guy you
The
were
one who
fighting,
broke out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a success.
Okay.
So you pop the dude in the leg, and he goes down on one knee, like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know, he's like holding his bleeding leg. That blood, though, make a frenzy check.
Mm.
Frenzy restrained.
Aha.
Don't lose it.
There we
Nice.
go.
Nice. Okay. Actually, Wesley, you're also at Hunger 3, aren't you? Make a frenzy
Yes.
check. There's blood. Make a frenzy check. I guess I should have done that when she cut the dude, but
Frenzy restraint.
nice. All right, so y'all are both remain in control. Let me see what his hunger's at. David's he's at 3 also. So
Hey.
okay. Oh, it's probably because it's a difficulty 1, but that's fine. I don't know what difficulty it was supposed to be. So yeah.
So can I try to intimidate him now, or?
Let's have Wesley or no David. David grabs hold of his guy and leaps onto a nearby roof. And he's now gone, and it's you 2 versus 3. One guy with a gun. Wesley, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna try to punch him again.
All right. 1 success. That's gonna hit him.
So you
Nice.
pop him in the face, and he stumbles back. And then guy, so that dude's stumbling back. He's a little bit stunned. Uh, Hayden's guy's on the ground on his knees, and
Should I try to go in and bite while he's stunned, or do I need to bring him
you can do
somewhere?
that. You can do that on your next turn. Guy with
Okay,
gun.
okay.
Guy with gun. I'm gonna roll.
Because he just like sees two of his buddies like
He
disappear with
fails.
these
Yeah.
people.
So he's like, what the hell is happening? He turns and runs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going after him.
Oh, okay. So it's your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna pursue him, and I'm probably trying to shoot him too.
Okay. Okay.
And so firearms, dex.
2 successes. That's the difficulty. So yeah. He's a difficulty 2 guy. Yeah. So you hit him. Where are you aiming?
Try not to kill. So once again, I probably try to hit him in the knee.
Yeah, you get him in his
Stop
knee
him from running.
and blow out his knee. He drops to the ground too. Um, and so yeah, Wesley, you can lunge for the dude now if you want.
Should I grab him and use soaring leap to try to get away, and so no one sees?
That's your choice. Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So,
Right.
would I need to roll?
He's stunned, so give me a strength roll, but with a +1 modifier, or 1 modifier, or whatever.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Messy critical.
Yeah, you grab him
Good
and
Lord.
you grab him
Soar.
and go flying into the air and land on.
I go back to the woodlands.
You're a fucking bird, mate.
Yeah. So yeah, you land on a nearby rooftop, and yeah, do you bite him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You start drinking, and it is absolutely amazing.
So
This
good.
is the first time you've tasted blood since you resisted drinking from your wife. So yeah, it's so good. How much are you gonna take from him?
I'm gonna take him until he's almost dead.
Okay, so that will put you down to hunger 1. Now
Okay.
you want him to be almost dead, but something inside you doesn't want to stop. Give me a it's a willpower roll. Yeah, give me a willpower roll. 2 successes. So as you're feeding from this guy and you hear his heart is starting to beat slower, he's not struggling. The moment your teeth sunk into him, he stopped trying. And he seems to be enjoying this almost as much as you are, maybe even more. It's so tempting to just keep drinking until there's nothing left, but something in you, some shred, well, not even a shred, you've got plenty of humanity. Something in you says, no, stop. I don't need to kill this guy. And you do stop. And the guy kind of slumps to the ground in a state of ecstasy, but also a state of you drained a lot of his blood. So he's pretty woozy. And
I just want to leave him up top of this rooftop.
and he passes out. Across on the other rooftop, you see David, and he gives you a thumbs up. His dude is knocked out on the ground, and you see he hops over to your roof, jumps across because he's got the same power, and he's like, all right, now what you do, you got to lick the wound.
I gotta lick it.
You got to lick it. Just do it and see what happens.
All right, and then I lick it.
and the wound closes up.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to remember to lick the wound, so there's no evidence of what happened. Hayden,
Lick
What if
the
I?
holes.
you got two dudes who have had their
Oh, yeah.
knees shot out.
Can
Two
I
knee.
just like say that like I throw them together and then be like, which one of you should I drink from first?
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Just look, just let us
And
go.
I let my fan wait. Will they remember any of this?
They'll technically remember
Is
it
this
all.
Oh, they'll technically remember it all?
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess I pistol whip the both of them then.
All right, you knock them both out.
And I'm like, 2 meals, 1 night. Here we go.
All right, so from the first guy, how much do you take? I think you're also
I'll
at hunger
probably
3. No, you're at 4, aren't you?
I'm at hunger 4. Yeah, I'll take two dots from
Okay,
both of them.
same thing. When you want to stop, the beast says no.
So I
Give
need to
me
roll
willpower
frenzy.
or frenzy. Yeah.
Oh, roll.
Difficulty of 2.
So modifiers too.
No, not the modifier. It'll be the next one that pops up. Does it ask you for difficulty? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you managed not to kill this dude.
All right. And so I take off 2 hunger points.
Yeah.
All right. And then from the next guy, I have to roll again.
I'm gonna say now that you're not as hungry, you've got self-control now.
Sweet.
So you can.
So
Now you do want to drink him dry, and if you don't drink him dry, you're able to stop yourself. You don't have to do the frenzy check anymore. But for both of you, assuming unless you do drink him dry, assuming you don't drink him dry, for both of you, there's still a little edge to your hunger. Like it's still there. It's not gone, but you've got
Not
self-control
satisfied.
now. Yeah, you're satisfied enough. But you know, the beast inside you is never really satisfied. Not unless you drink it all.
So, but can you drink it all and then give them some of your blood?
That would turn them into a vampire, yes.
Okay.
Which
this is
if
when
you
I
read the
wait.
whenever y'all get the chance, read your lore note
Yeah.
packets, and it'll tell you that creating a vampire without permission is against the law. It doesn't mean you can't do
Yeah,
it.
that's under
Yeah,
accounting.
yeah. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's against the law.
Unless
what?
I ask, or if I have a
Yeah, you've got to
reason
have
to.
you've got to have permission.
You pretty much have
you
to
know?
ask your sire or the prince to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let's switch back over to Cole and Jerry.
What Tiv doing? Does Tiv tell me to lick the wound?
Oh yeah, she does come over. She appears next to you, just in a flash, and she's like, "All right, now you're gonna have to lick both of those necks or wherever you bit them."
And I go, did you see that? I got 2 of them.
Yeah, you did a good job. Both of these guys deserved it too.
I do kind of like a half high five. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if this is.
She gives you the high five. She meets you.
Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, I lick the wounds.
All right, and they close up, and yeah, you guys have had your first successful feeding. Bill or Jerry and Cole. Cole, you've got a complacent woman following you back to the booth, and Jerry, you've got an interested bartender.
Yeah, I do.
What are you saying? The bartender brings you your drink.
Okay, as soon as he sets down my drink, I put my as he's setting it down, I bring my hand out, and just as he's about to let go of my drink, I cup his hand in mine. I'm gonna look him.
Oh.
Deep. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna look him deep in the eye. I'm gonna be like, Why don't you take a little 15-minute break?
He looks back at you and then glances over at a clock on the wall and he's like, "Yeah, I think it's my break time right about now."
Yeah, I kind of thought it was. All right, why don't we go somewhere bit more quiet and private?
Okay, so
Oh.
he goes with you.
Where does he knows the layout of this place? I don't.
Oh,
Where does
okay. So you're gonna let him lead you. All right. So he leads you to a back room.
Yes. Ooh, back room.
Yeah, to a private room.
Ooh, my.
And
Uh,
depending on what you allow to happen, this might be a fade to black scene because we're not allowed to talk about it.
we're not. Oh, don't worry. It's not gonna get X-rated. I promise. So
It's like I think you're you're oh my God, what's the phrase? You're the you're you're a cool drink of water, aren't you? Let me
oh
have
my
a
god.
sip. Let me have a sip.
Dude, this is a lot
Oh
different than
god,
ours.
Ron, Ron. How just no judgment here, Ron. I love you, but
I gotta throw
let me
in
let me
drinking
handle.
Yeah,
puns
Ron is
today.
my missus. Lay off, Bill.
I need a buzzer just because, nah. Let's not, please.
Okay, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. Okay, as soon as we're all good, I grab him by the collar and bring him in for a deep, deep kiss,
Yeah, he
and
doesn't.
then
He does not resist.
I break off the kiss and start doing like that thing you sometimes do, where you start kissing him on the side of the face and you work your way down to the neck. Well,
Right.
I'm gonna kiss him a few times on the neck, and then I'm going to kind of give him a little bit of a hickey,
Uh huh.
and then
God.
As you're
right there,
doing that,
that's where I'm gonna stick my teeth.
yeah, whether you wanted to or not, them teeth pop out because you're hunger three.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you popped off early, so it your teeth pop out, and
I'm so sorry. I'm
that
so sorry. It's my first time.
that splash, that gush of blood into your mouth is just so good, and you've never tasted anything so good in your life. The best horrible herbal blend you've ever blended up could not even compare to
Hey,
what you're
hey, hey,
feeling.
hey,
And this
hey.
guy,
Those
you
herbal
can
blends are not that bad.
you can tell you can tell he's enjoying it in more ways than one. Um,
All
he
right.
thinks
Well,
it's all
no.
part of the experience. You're a little kinky maybe, but he's into it. And yeah, how much blood do you take?
I'm going to enough to where I'm not I don't want to drain him because he's got to go back to work.
Yeah,
I
two. Well,
can't be that obvious.
you don't know that yet.
Oh,
Do you drain
okay.
him?
Then
How hungry do you want to be at the end of this?
I want to be pretty. I want to be pretty well sated.
So you want to get down to
I'm not gonna kill him, but
so
I'm also
get
not gonna
yeah.
leave him
So
out of commission.
give me a frenzy check. Difficulty. I've been doing one for everyone else, I think. So except for Max, who had four hunger. So difficulty one when it asks you for that.
Alrighty. Difficulty 1. Okay, that's already set.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Oh.
So you you start.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You murder this boy in front of everyone.
Nah, they're in
Hey,
a
and I want to
private
point out.
room.
I want to point out real fast, just real fast. I want to point out. I know this. The way I've been acting is not really to Jerry's character, but he's. This is kind. He as he gets. I'm playing it as he gets hungrier. He gets more aggressive.
Okay. So yeah,
Well,
you
you got a zero frenzy. Like that's a nat frenzy.
no, yeah, you frenzied. Um, so you're drinking, and the thought crosses your mind, maybe I should stop. No, no, you shouldn't stop. Why would you stop, Jerry? Just keep drinking. Imagine how he's so good. And you
Do I
keep.
even have do I even have like a little voice in my head trying to tell me to stop?
Oh yeah, but he's so delicious. Why would we stop?
Oh
Why,
god
Jerry?
damn it, shut the fuck up.
You
I
you
can't
keep you keep
I don't
drinking.
kill people. I don't hurt people. That's why.
You keep drinking, and his heart is starting to slow down. And then the door to the room bursts open, and she's like, "Jerry, stop!" And you're yanked away. The guy flops onto the ground, still breathing, but Imogen pulls you away from him. Um, Give
Oh,
me. You're pissed. You're frenzying right now. Well, no, you're not like full on frenzying, but yeah, I'll say that snaps you out of it. You realize what almost happened though. Why did you take him to a private room? You were supposed. She told you to bring him to our booth. She looks down at him. She kneels next to him, takes his vitals because she's a doctor. You know, she checks his pulse and all that stuff, and like pulls open his eyelid and like looks at that, and it's like, God, do you know what you almost did? Ugh. She goes into her medicine, or she pulls out her purse and pulls out some like various things.
Orange
First,
juice, cookies.
first she pulls out a syringe of red fluid and injects him with it. And after a second or two, he starts breathing better, like his breathing becomes deeper. And then she pulls out another fluid, in a syringe and injects him with that and leaves the needle in. And she's like, "We need to get out of here. Come with me." And she grabs your hand and drags you, and you guys leave the club. Um, Cole, you are back at the booth with your compelled woman, and Carmen's sitting there. Do you sit beside Carmen or across from her?
Um,
Imogen
am
and
I still
Jerry are gone.
am I still being a dick?
You've
Like,
got
is that
control of
still
yourself
part of?
now. Yeah, you've got control of
Okay.
yourself now.
I probably sit down like a space or two away from her,
Okay.
like around the half table thing.
The girl sits down next to you and kind of just is like looking around, but she doesn't really know what's going on. Um,
I pour her a glass of what I assume is champagne and what I assume is a champagne holder next to the table,
yeah,
and then I lean back and I hand it to her.
she takes it. Carmen looks across at you and she says, "Very very good. I see you've already discovered one of your abilities." Uh, she like goes over to the like reaches across the booth and pulls like this little cord, and a curtain comes down, and now the already private booth now has a closed curtain in front of it. It's like, all right, now all you need to do is drink from her.
Do, do I have to?
If you want to keep living, you should. It's an important lesson
But
to learn.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably another way of going about it, right?
Drinking from. So you are hungry, by the way. It's only hunger 2 though, so you've got some self-control. There are other ways, yes. You can feed from animals, but they're honestly not nearly as satisfying as feeding from a human. Uh, if you have access to it, perhaps you could find some stored blood somewhere. Although that gives most of us can't draw much sustenance from that. Um, Honestly, this is what you need to learn to do.
See, I really don't want to have to drink from her.
She looks at the woman and seems to ponder for a moment, and she says, "No, you need to experience it at least once." while you're in control of yourself, so that you know what to expect when you lose control.
So the entire time we've been sitting here talking, this chick is just sitting there drinking her champagne.
She's kind of starting to come back to her senses, but she was told to come with you, and as far as she can tell, that was her choice to do so. So she's looking a little confused and doesn't know what the heck's going on. But at the same time, you're not entirely certain because you can't sense each other's powers. But um, the girl's not leaving, so maybe Carmen is doing something to keep her there.
Okay, well, I guess there's not really any way to get out of this,
Look,
but
I understand your hesitation. It was hard for all of us at first.
I mean,
Just
what if I hurt her? What if I kill her? Like that's on me.
you won't kill her. I won't let you. But let's do it easy. Simply take her wrist.
I take her wrist.
All right, now just bring it to your lips as if you're about to give her a kiss. And the girl has gone kind of catatonic, so clearly Carmen's doing something to her. Bring it up,
I do the thing.
yeah. And without even like your beast is like, yes, yes, drink, and your fangs pop out.
I take like a big old.
Yeah, you're the beast wants it. Um, says, take a drink.
I flip it over to expose the underside of her wrist, and I just I chomp down.
And it is good. It's so good. The blood that you drank the night before, the cold blood in the wine glass was nothing compared to this. Like you thought that was good, but now that you think back
To
on
be,
it, go ahead.
I thought being a bagger, I preferred
No.
the.
The bagger doesn't prefer the flavor. They are doing it because they don't want to drink from the source.
Is that what it is? Because I thought I actually preferred the flavor of. Hold on.
No, because
Okay,
the
I trust you.
beast, yeah, the beast wants the living blood. Like it's the beast that makes you want blood, and the beast does not want a dead person, like does not want cold blood. Um, like you, because you're a bagger and because you've got the iron gullet and all of that, you can do it, and you can get more sustenance than a normal vampire can. But it's like drinking flat Coca-Cola. Like it's like drinking a flat soda. Um, that's a good comparison, actually. Like you could there were hints of what could be in that cold blood you had, but this is straight from the source. This is pure. This is a it's so much better. But also because you're a bagger, it it like it's good, but it's like it's good in a way that you know it's wrong. Like this does not feel right to you.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
Yeah.
drinking a cream soda because that's fucking disgusting.
I actually enjoy cream sodas.
Oh,
Yeah, so do I.
congratulations.
So
Go
do
fuck
I,
yourself.
but
I like them
No,
too.
I hear you, Hayden. I'm not a cream soda person.
Thank you, Bill.
I mean, I prefer Coke over cream soda, but
yeah.
I mean, I'll take a cream soda from now and again.
Yeah, it's like drinking a flat Coke versus
Yeah.
drinking a flat hot Coke from the car versus drinking like a fresh
Ooh.
one from a glass bottle, like Mexican
It's
Coca-Cola
like
or
drinking a
something.
hot Coke that's flat versus drinking McDonald's Sprite right out of
Mm,
tap.
mm.
I actually don't like McDonald's Sprite.
Whoa,
Oh my
whoa, whoa,
god.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh
whoa. Okay.
No.
shit.
Hey.
Now that.
All I'm gonna say is that McDonald's Sprite right out of the tap is like seriously some acid. It burns like there's something extra in that shit.
But it wakes you up and you can get those last
Exactly.
6 jobs done in a quick burst.
That's true.
Like it feels like my mouth is melting when I drink Sprite from McDonald's.
That's funny. Now you're only at hunger two, so you can easily stop yourself from taking too much. There's in the back of your mind, there's that temptation to take more, but you can easily choose not to. You can always give in. The beast would love it if you gave in, but you're not
Um,
compelled to give in.
I grab the champagne bottle and pour out all the champagne into the bucket,
Okay. Wait.
and then
Yeah.
and then I pull away, and then I hold the champagne bottle up to her wrist.
All right. Some more blood dribbles into it.
Like I'm massaging her arm to make it go faster.
Okay.
Oh.
And Carmen raises an eyebrow at this, but doesn't stop you until, like, once the glass is full, she's like,
Not a glass, a bottle.
"Oh, there's not enough."
I'm,
Yeah, I guess you can. You can get that much blood from a person and not hurt them too much, right?
yeah, not kill them. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty woozy afterwards. Like I'm not looking for
Yeah.
like a full bottle. Like I'm looking for like a
Yeah.
half.
So yeah, you get some blood from it once you stop. Um, whether you wait till the bottle's full or whatever. Carmen's had her eyes locked on this, she's been watching you, but she's also been watching the woman to keep her in check. Um, and then once you're done, she says, "You need to lick her wrist now."
I look at her wrist and I look at the bottle and like I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I like lick her wrist. I'm
And
just like,
it heals right up. Yeah. After you do that, like as your tongue leaves the wrist, you notice the wound from your bite is gone. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, you've got a half bottle of blood. Um, and the Carmen leans over and says to the woman, "Forget everything that just happened and go have a good night." And the woman, pretty woozy from losing blood, and you could taste like a hint of the alcohol in that blood when you drank it. Um, she
Hmm.
stumbles out of the booth and off to go back to her friends. It's like, so
I look over to her and I kind of lip my lips and I grab the napkin off the side of the champagne thing and kind of wipe my mouth. And I'm like, it's a good vintage, 23 years.
yeah. She chuckles and says, "So anyway, that's how you do it. Uh, yes, there are other options. It's good that you were able to maintain self-control this time. It's not always going to be that easy. You can avoid drinking straight from the tap, I think is what you said. You can avoid that as much as you want. Oh, I'm changing your hunger down to 1 out of character. Okay. You can try to avoid it, but eventually you're going to get hungry and someone's going to have a cut, someone's going to get a paper cut, something's going to happen and you're going to lose control and you're not going to be able to resist it. And the important part is resisting it before you take that last drop.
I hold up the bottle. I'm like, and I am prepared.
Yeah,
Boy Scouts taught me one thing.
that's I'll warn you, that's might not be good for very long. Of course, out of character, you're a bagger, you're able to drink old blood. She doesn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll warn you, that's not going to be good for very long. You should get that. We should get back to my place or probably my place because it's set up to block out the sun already. We should get back and get that on ice if that's how you want to do it. That'll be good for a couple of days, but you're going to have to find a better source if you're going to try to live that way.
Can't I like drink like out of character? The bagger, like I can drink like putrid blood, can't I?
Yeah, you can
I've
drink.
got that iron gullet thing.
Yeah, you can drink like terrible, just like shit blood.
Like crackhead dead for 2 days, lying on the ground in the back alley. Like I can drink that shit.
Yeah, let's see. Iron gullet. Iron gullet.
So I brought my hunger down to absolutely nothing. Do I have to keep it at one dot?
It has to be at 1 dot unless you drink the last drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not even if I drink from like 2 people.
Nope. The only thing that can quench your
Okay.
hunger is to kill. Yeah, so iron
Okay.
gullet, you can feed from cold blood, rancid blood, and fractionated plasma. So yeah. Yeah, you can pretty much drink from any blood.
Okay.
So you can
But
drink from plasma, like go to a plasma bank and
yeah, he
drink all that shit?
because of that because of the bagger thing and the merit, he can drink from basically any blood source, whereas uh, a non-bagger vampire, if they drink from a blood bag, it has to be relatively fresh, like less than a couple of days old, and non-fractionated. So it can't be like it can't be haven't been put in the whatever the heck you call this spinny thing, centrifuge. Yeah, so it has to be
Yeah,
just like,
centrifuge.
yeah, blood from the body into the bag and nothing done to it. Otherwise, it provides you nothing.
Defractionated.
Hmm. And then it goes bad after a couple of days, which I believe also happens in real life. Blood goes bad after a couple of days for, whatever purposes normal humans use it for.
The cells start to die. They stop being able to carry oxygen. It's
Yeah.
basically worth.
Yeah.
It's basically poison at that point, because at that point you're putting in a bunch of dead tissue right into your body.
Yeah. So yeah, it has to be good fresh blood if you're going to drink it from a bag without the special ability that Frank has.
I put a cork in the bottle and put it into the ice chest thing, or the ice bucket thing.
All right. And yeah, so that's basically where we're going to end it tonight. You guys, your various sires probably take you back to their places. They tell you, we'll work on setting up your havens tomorrow. No, presumably nobody's house is completely safe yet. Because whether that's because of windows or because of other reasons, they recommend staying at their place. They recommend strongly to where it's like, yeah, you don't really have a choice in this. Basically, you're stuck with them for at least this week until the prince says y'all are good to go out on your own. And they bring you back to your respective sleeping places. Frank, you, well, it's the same. No, she takes you to the same place, with the cot, and she's like, if there's anything else you need, we can get that for you. Hey,
Maybe a bed.
well, this is an office building, so I don't really think bringing a.
And we're vampires. Like, come on.
I mean, I could maybe get you a bed by tomorrow night. I can get one of my people on it.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And yeah, Jerry, she brings you back to the lab. She says, she kind of goes over the paperwork with you. And honestly, she's going to stay with you till dawn. She's going to pass out in the same room as you. And she doesn't even bother to lay down anywhere. She just kind of passes out on the chair. You can lay down on your whatever the heck you call those beds in the doctor's office,
Cot?
Gurney.
Huh?
The
Yeah,
gurney.
I guess it's a medical cot. I don't know. Or you can pass out wherever you want. For Max, she does bring you back to the warehouse, but she doesn't tell you to go down to the dungeon. She just kind of like says, you can take the couch if you want. Or you can, you can go down to your room. It's up to you.
Go down to my room. Okay, Mom.
She does not go to sleep in the
Let's go
same.
down your room. Be
She-
sure to wash behind your ears. Poor
So
baby, brush your teeth.
she doesn't go to sleep in the same building as you. She leaves. And she does not lock the door this time. It's only about an hour till sunrise, but if you want, you can run. And we'll deal with that next time. But
I won't run.
okay. And
But
then
I want to search around, see if there's anything inside the warehouse.
I'm not prepared for this, so we'll talk
Okay.
about that next time.
We can do that next week.
Yeah. And who else have we not talked about yet? Oh, and Wesley, he takes you back to his basement. It's honestly a pretty nice basement. Like, it's comfortable down there. There's TV. There's like PS5 and like he
Dude,
probably.
your basement's so cool. Your parents let you live down here?
My parents have been dead for like 100 years. Yeah, no.
That's so cool.
He plays like, I don't know, he plays some like, he's playing some Call of Duty and he's like, "You want to play?" And like that's kind of how he spends the rest of the night until until the sun rises and, y'all kind of forcibly pass out.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the end of the night.
All right, y'all.
All right, this is
Woo!
Integrated Dice Management signing off.
Later.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.